Tonight, the Wampus Cats return to Centennial Bank Field at John McConnell Stadium. It's been a night some thought might not happen, but it's happening. Masks have been worn, physical distancing has been practiced, everything has been sanitized, every step has been taken by Keith Fempel and his team to do the right thing and protect each other and the community in light of a global pandemic. All of it leading to being on the field tonight facing a formidable foe from Northwest Arkansas, the Fayetteville Bulldogs. It's time for Wampus Cat football. The Cats are back on Conway Corp. All right, welcome back to the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. I'm Jeff Matthews, and we're less than a half hour away from kickoff of the season opener tonight between Fayetteville and Conway. And the two guests that are with me now on the pregame show are the two guys who are going to bring you the action tonight. It's Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. Now, I've been in the play-by-play chair for 19 seasons of Wampus Cat football since we started in September of 2001. This year, changing roles just a little bit. Levi's going to take over play-by-play, and Tim steps into the role of analyst, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But I'm excited to still be a part of this. I'll get to host the pregame show, talk to Coach Fempel. We'll have the halftime show that I'll do as well. But more than anything, I get to watch the games with you all and get to hand these reins over, which I know are going to be in very, very capable hands. And so, Levi, I know you very well. You've been a part of this for a long time. But for those who may be meeting you for the first time, tell us about your journey with Five Sports leading to this first game of you being the new play-by-play voice of the Cats.
Yeah, so I actually started on the crew way back in 2009, which was Clint Ashcraft's first year as head coach. And so a lot of changes going on then. And I was down in the van with Doug Avra, and I was working on graphics and replay. And it was a really fun season. A lot of crazy stuff happened that season. The big win at Fayetteville in the playoffs. It was a lot of fun. And then, of course, moving into the spring with basketball, and men's basketball won the state championship that year. But then I graduated from college and, had to go out and find a full-time gig. And so I had a little break in between. And then in 2014, you were looking to add a social media person to the broadcast crew. And you asked me if I knew anybody. And I said, yeah, I do. I do know somebody. So I came back in 2014 and then, did 2 years of football and basketball. And then I ended up moving into the color role for basketball in 2016, and then moved into the same role for football later that fall.
And so now taking over play-by-play, there's no question in 19 years of Wampus Cat football, now in our 20th season, no one has had more roles than you have. So I know that you're very prepared and could easily slide into any of those. And we welcome Tim Roach, who is going to be a familiar voice to a lot of Wampus Cat fans and a familiar face as well. Tim, I know that they've seen you around. You love the Cats as much as anybody, and I'm excited about that passion that you have for Conway athletics that you'll bring to our broadcast.
I'm so thrilled to be here. I am a lifer as it relates to the Wampus Cats. Born here and graduated in 1983. And as my kids began to get through the program, took on some different roles with the Booster Club, became the voice of softball and baseball and volleyball and basketball. So have worn a number of hats with this department, and I can tell you that there's no one as passionate as I am about the Conway Wampus Cat athletics. I'm just thrilled to be able to be involved in a great program like Conway Corporation. Thrilled to be here. Can't wait to get started.
Well, we are excited to bring it to you here at Conway Corp, and Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach will be the voice of the Wampus Cats, and they'll have the kickoff for you in just a few minutes. Appreciate you guys being with us. We'll talk every week during this slot prior to the game. Each week after this week, we'll talk more about the 7A Central and get folks familiar with the other teams in our conference, some of the players to be watching for as we go throughout what we hope is a complete season in this fall of 2020. We'll come back in just a few moments. We'll have more of the Conway Regional pregame show, including our visit with Coach Keith Fempel. It's on the way on Conway Corp.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Welcome back to the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. Jeff Matthews joined now by Coach Keith Fempel as we have Coach Keith Fempel show, and it's new for us. We've done this for a few years, but we're doing this through Zoom like we pretty much live all of our lives now through Zoom, Coach. And great to see you again. Excited for your third season as a Wampus Cat head man.
Great to see you guys again. It's a blessing for our kids to be able to play tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. They've worked extremely hard during this summer, so it's good just to see they get to hit somebody else.
And I know that they're ready to do that. They've been hitting each other for far too long. And so as we're getting ready for this new season, we'll talk about the opponent in a little bit, but let's talk about your team. Let's get up to speed with this 2020 Wampus Cats. Going to be led by a new name at quarterback. And I'll be honest, I knew about him as a baseball player, but I didn't know much about Ben Weiss as a football player. But
Ben, we've had an exciting we've had guys competing, and again, not having spring ball and having our team camps, which was, our evaluation periods. Most of the time we knew coming out of it that we tried to let those kids know going into summer where they stood. And when you don't have spring ball, you're doing everything during summer with directives and wearing masks and things like that. But, we had really, a couple guys, Michael Hardaway also and Ben Weiss, they've been competing as seniors for that job and take a lot of first-team reps and have done a tremendous job of pushing each other. But, again, you have to have one right now to play on Friday nights and then one to be ready to go at all times. So, again, Ben's an extremely good athlete, throws the ball real well, again, in a new offense. So, we're hoping for exciting things.
Talk about your running back. Jamal Bethune is back, but also Manny Smith.
Both of those guys, are dynamic guys. They had, just going by last year, can change a game in a heartbeat. Again, Jamal's gotten so strong now. He benches 315 pounds, squats over 500, runs 4.5, has done an extremely good job. And then, of course, Manny is debatably one of the most dynamic players in the state of Arkansas.
When you talk about dynamic players for the Wampus Cats, it really kind of begins and ends with number 20.
There's no doubt about it. I will argue with anybody and anybody's team. Not just a great athlete. Again, he's extremely strong, runs well, but man, just a great commitment to the team on and off the field, high character kid. He's one of those ones that you'll remember for your whole life, even when you retire. That Bryce Bohannon, I can't say enough about him. He's just extremely good at anything he does, whether it's basketball, could probably play baseball, do whatever he wants to do. So we're real happy to have him on our football team.
What about the guys up front? They've got a little different job in Mark Kelly's offense.
Yeah, we've got some guys, like I said, these non-conference games, Jeff, are going to be huge for us. We're not having the things that we usually have. And I kind of figured up, with the 3 team camps we usually do in the summer and even in spring ball, you're talking about 1,100 reps. And a lot of these guys on this football team this year have been behind guys. I've played in and out of football games, but really hadn't had that experience of starting and the weight being on their shoulders. So we're going to play a lot of guys up front that are going to be in and out. We've got guys that play guard and tackle, just for, different ways to shift it in and out. So, it's those guys' ability right now is just to be able to play and take reps, because the offensive line is all about getting a lot of reps and a lot of different looks that you're going to get and be able to pick those things up. So that's got to be a really tight bond up front. And we've just got to figure out here with, these 3 games we have non-conference-wise, who those 5 are.
Before we move over to the defensive side of the ball, let's talk about another basketball player. Jaden Williams looks huge.
Again, in this offense here, he becomes a very dynamic guy along with those other guys because of the matchup problem he causes. playing where he is at wide receiver right now at 6'5", 250-something pounds right there. Do you match up with him with a linebacker? Do you put a safety on him where he's a bigger body? Again, Mark does a really good job of getting those guys the ball in different ways and has the ability to be able to do it. So Jaden, again, he's a huge part. And plus, on top of that, Jaden's a good enough athlete where he can block in space for those guys, which if I was a corner, I wouldn't want to see that guy out there, getting in front of me and things like that. So, again, he's a big piece of the puzzle.
On the defensive side of the ball, you got to replace a couple of all-state linebackers.
Yeah, what can you say about those guys together? Proc and Reed did a tremendous job for us. Again, I think statistically they were the leading two tacklers, linebacker-wise, in the state of Arkansas last year when you put them both together. So, those are big spaces and footprints that we got to take care of. And, again, we have a good class there. Again, experience and being able to see those things. Well, Reed and Proc had seen them for 2 or 3 years. They understood situations and things like that. And that'll be where we have to grow in our linebacking core is during just the experience part.
Let's talk about the guys up front. Who's back there?
There's no doubt. We start with the seniors we have up front. These guys have played numerous snaps. When you start talking about Jalen McEwen, Laverne Floyd, and Travian Banks, which we call him Trey, they spent a lot of time in the rotation last year or starting, for us last year with our 9 deep rotation we had. Not quite as deep this year right now, but again, what those guys do up front pretty much dictates what everybody else can do in the back end or in the middle part of the defense itself. So, we're putting a lot on those guys' shoulders to play well, and they should. I mean, they've had the experience. They've been through this conference. They know what it takes to win, and so, I see bright things for those guys up front.
In the secondary, there's some experience too.
We ended up playing a lot of sophomores in the secondary. Last year, Traylon McClure, of course, started 10 games for us. Troy Wiseman started games for us. Ashton Waller started games. Those guys were, just fresh from getting off a junior high bus over here. And we put them out against North Little Rock and all those people like that. And I tell you another one, Tyler Garlington is a senior for us who's had a tremendous fall practice for us at the other corner position. So, again, leaning on that experience part of it, because these first couple games, you try to prepare the best you can for what you see on film, but, you're going to have different things come up during the game where they have to be able to, to correct things themselves, and having a little bit of experience back there to lean on each other helps tremendously.
We're talking to Coach Keith Fempel. We've gone through the offense and the defense. Let's don't leave out the special teams. Who are we looking to kick the ball and return?
Well, I tell you right now, we have a kicking contest going on there too. Okay. Losing a guy like Will Hogan. I mean, how can you not mention that guy from the last couple of years, being a 2-time All-State player, was a tremendous asset for us. We've got guys that right now that are working together for that. I think right now, snappers, we're pretty set on that. Our holders are pretty good right now. Again, like I said, we have some guys competing for that, and it could be one kicking off and one kicking field goal. So, I mean, right now we're just working through the schematics and logistics of who's going to be out there. And tomorrow night we should be able to reveal what's going on as far as that goes. But we have a special teams practice today, which is another part of the evaluation, and I told them we would use it until we got to tomorrow.
Let's talk about your staff. We referenced Mark Kelly briefly over from Searcy. He's going to run the offense.
Had a chance to hire a couple guys that during the off season there, and ended up getting very blessed. I've told everybody this. I feel like we hit home runs on every one of these jobs that we had. Ended up hiring Mark Kelly, who just won a state championship at Searcy last year. Known Mark. Mark is a coach's son. It's been been around football his entire life. It's just like my 10-year-old son, been a ball boy on sidelines, running around playing cup ball. Got a chance to bring a guy with him that was also on the staff because I wanted to see if I could get somebody, offensive. If we were going to change, so we could get it in as quick as possible. Hired Lance Little, who's coaching our running backs for us. Then Coach Hughes, of course, went and took the assistant director's, athletic director's job and is working over there. So I got to hire the offensive line coach from Pulaski Robinson, who just also won a state championship last year, named Gavin De Los Santos, and had known him for a while, and got him over here. And again, ended up getting hired one late in the summer right there named Anthony Robinson from Lancaster, Texas, played at Little Rock Hall and over at Arkansas State. So these guys are all wonderful hires, have been great mentors for our kids, and changed culture-wise. It's been tremendous to see the kids and the camaraderie they have with their coaches. And how can you forget the last one? I got a phone call from Glenn Ashcraft and ended up having a paraprofessional job open with Colton Jackson, who just finished with the University of Arkansas, and wants to coach. And so he's also helping us as assistant offensive line coach. And I mean, old Colton, I tell you, he's going to be a great coach. I think he just wants to be involved with it. But, sometimes when you do special teams, Jeff, we have moments where we throw a football instead of kicking it. And I've done that for years. And the other day, my shoulder hurt. I said, Colton, I said, can you throw a football? And he goes, yeah. And he throws about 55 yards in the air. I went, you're hired? I said, you will throw the football from now on. So, again, all these guys have been wonderful for us. They're doing a great job for us.
Well, Coach, we're excited for a new season. I know there were some moments this summer that neither of us knew that if we would even get to this Friday night. So we're glad to be here again. We're bringing the Wampus Cats for the 20th season at Conway Corp, and I know you're ready to line your guys up.
You're to the point now where we've went through the directives and wore masks and did what we were supposed to. I just think it's a reward, but it also puts in perspective the game itself of life, and that's what I've tried to explain to these kids, and what it means. You can only get high school one time, take advantage of every play, every second that you get with it. So, it'll be also really good to play somebody else.
All right, Coach, I appreciate your time. We'll see you next week.
All right, see you guys. Go Cats.
Welcome to John McConnell Stadium on a night that was anything but a given. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside Tim Roach, and we are here live for your Conway Wampus Cat 2020 football season opener against the Fayetteville Bulldogs. Change seems to be the theme for the entire world here in 2020, and that's certainly no different for your Conway Wampus Cats. You'll be seeing a lot of changes on the field tonight, a whole new offense, a slew of new coaches, and a lot of new faces on both sides of the ball. But the most important thing tonight, we are having football. It's taken a lot of work to get to this point tonight for the players, the coaches, and the parents. And Tim, I know you're a parent of a Wampus Cat. What was this summer like under these conditions?
Well, it actually even started in the spring. As soon as they started letting school out, the message was it's just going to be a couple of weeks. But it was such a dynamic time. And then they said, well, it's going to be a couple more weeks. Eventually, it got to be, well, it looks like, guys, you're going to be working out on your own. And so the coaches sent messages out, said get your kids to work out as best they can. Here's some thoughts that they could do for workouts. But the gyms were closed. They couldn't go anywhere. They couldn't work out with each other. So we had to get creative as parents and as 16 and 17-year-olds. They had to get creative. And so throughout the early part of the summer, we just figured it out. Everybody worked hard. This is going to be a test of maturity for these kids. Working out on their own. How do they look tonight? It's going to be a real telling tale.
You heard Coach Fempel say it in the pregame coaches interview. Every snap is precious. just enjoy it. Enjoy every single second you get on this field. Of course, with reduced capacity and social distancing being the new rules across stadiums all across the state, we understand a lot of you may be watching for the first time tonight, watching this broadcast, or maybe just watching in place of normally coming to the stadium for whatever reason. We want you to know you can be part of the conversation. Of course, 5 Sports Live on Twitter, 5 Sports on Facebook, and if you're watching tonight on YouTube, you can always reach us in the chat. We do want to let you know things are a little different with our broadcast, especially if you've been watching for several years. This is the 20th year of Conway Corp broadcasting Wampus Cat football, and so tonight, no sideline camera, no replay, and the reason for this is Conway Corp, we're doing our part to help keep not only our production staff safe, but everyone else here that's in the stadium. So that's why we're, so we can maintain social distancing. Another big change that you've already noticed, speaking of social distancing, we're doing our part even here in the broadcast booth, have a physical separator between us. But another big change, of course, is we've added a new voice to the broadcast in Tim Roach, a lifelong Wampus Cat, and he's our new analyst, and we're just thrilled to have him.
And equally thrilled to be here. I've been involved in the program for a number of years, both as a parent. I went to school here, graduated in 1983. So I've been involved for a long time. This is just another good opportunity for me to be engaged and thrilled to be here. I'm excited about Wampus Cat football, Wampus Cat basketball, Wampus Cat cross country, you name it. This is just a good program and thrilled to be here.
Wampus Cat everything.
Yeah.
Our thanks to Jeff Matthews. You got to hear from him. He's our new studio host after 19 years of sitting in this spot right here. Of course, he's doing a great job in that new capacity. And we appreciate him so much. Neither one of us would be here tonight if it wasn't for Jeff Matthews.
Not a chance. He's an icon in his community. He's an icon in the state. He's done so much for not only folks like Levi and I, but for a lot of kids coming up through the school. Broadcasting is a passion of his, and we've got a good a thing going with Jeff Matthews. Hope he stays around for a lot longer.
Yeah, 2 of our crew members tonight, John and Maggie, former Wampus Cats, and we got a hold of them while they were still in high school and started helping us out on these broadcasts a couple years ago. All right, let's get down to the real business tonight, your Wampus Cats and the Fayetteville Bulldogs. Fayetteville really started to come on in the second half of last season under new head coach Casey Dick. Of course, they're now in their second year. They've had a whole offseason, be it as crazy as that was, another offseason to be in his program. A lot of new faces for them on the field, but your Wampus Cats, boy, tremendous amount of changes all around the field, literally including the field, brand new field, but new coaches, everything. Tim, what are your 3 things to watch tonight?
Well, the first thing you talked about was change. And so offensively, we've got a massive change that occurred in the offseason. Mark Kelly comes from Searcy, and he brings with him, we think we like the no-huddle offense here, right? And so it's a lot of pace. Wampus Cat fans are going to be impressed by the pace that happens here. It's just fast. He's calling plays as they are completing the play before. So it's going to be, I think, a remarkable pace for our Cats. The same thing at the same time, we've got some playmakers that this is really going to open it up for them. It's Manny Smith, Bryce Bohannon, Jaden Williams, some new faces that we'll talk about later. It's going to be an exciting offense for them. We believe that when you watch what happens on this field, you're going to say every play, I can't miss a play because it could happen this play.
Speaking of one of those players that you don't want to miss a play, he's right there, number 20, Bryce Bohannon, a senior. He is your team captain tonight. Interesting to see how they handle team captain duties, as there's just one team captain from each team out there tonight. We'll see what Conway will be doing here.
Conway has won the toss and deferred their offense.
All right, Conway wins the toss and defers.
Wow. So we can talk a little bit about then what one of the other things that I'm thinking about this evening is Fayetteville is a little bit like Conway. They've got a lot of new faces. They lost a lot through graduation. They've got more than 3 players that they'll count on for sure. But the 3 that stand out from last year that apply this year, a couple of them are on offense. The first one I'd talk about is Isaiah Satania. He's the wideout, and he's number 1. He is absolutely brutally fast. He gets to the edge and beyond our cornerbacks and safeties very quickly. So we'll have to figure out a way to kind of keep him in check. Secondly, their running back, Cameron Ingram, number 2, is one of those backs that's very shifty. He makes people miss before he gets to the line of scrimmage. He does a lot of wiggle. If he gets to the edge, he could be a problem. He also catches the ball a lot. So he's going to be trouble. If you look on the other side of the ball, defensively, they've got a guy named Caden Turner, their middle linebacker. He's their leader. Casey Dick talks glowingly about him at every opportunity. We've got to figure out a way to get a hat on him. He'll disrupt the passing game. He'll disrupt plays around the end. It's just going to be tough to watch, but he'll be somebody we'll get a hat on. The third thing I would say is this. We're going to talk about this through the game. You're going to see them here. Lots of new faces.
Yeah.
Lots of new faces and some really exciting players, including some good coaches that we haven't really mentioned yet. Those guys are going to help us out as well.
Yeah, we'll be talking about them throughout the broadcast. Quickly, look at the 7A Central report before we're about a minute away from kickoff here. We had one game last night at Fort Smith as Northside was playing Southside. First time that they've ever played each other to open the season. Of course, that rivalry getting split up now with Southside in the 7A West and Northside staying here in the 7A Central. A game that's currently underway, last I saw was at halftime, was Jonesboro at Catholic leading 14-7. And we'll keep a look at those other games throughout the night as well. So, again, Fayetteville, Conway actually won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they will be kicking off to Fayetteville to start the game. And you're going to get a look at your new freshman kicker, Adrian Mejia.
Yeah. Watched him in pre. There's not a lot of knowledge on him. We watched him in pregame. Really strong leg. Comes from the soccer team, I believe. I'm not sure those are regulation shoes he's got on, but we can see him at least. That's for sure.
Adrian Mejia back deep for Fayetteville is number 1, Isaiah Satinya.
Satinya back deep for Fayetteville. He will take it around the 6-yard line. He's going to break out past the 30 and go out of bounds. So Fayetteville start their first possession of the 2020 season around the 30-yard line.
Not a bad. There was a little bit of a break there at the 20. But he was, we got him edged out appropriately at the 30.
Taking a look at your defensive starters across the defensive line. Number 94, Trey Hill, a junior. Number 98, Lee Vern Floyd. And number 96, DeTravion Trey Banks. And we'll talk about the linebackers and secondary as we get going on this first possession. McCone handing off to Ingram along the right side for a pickup of about a yard. He's swallowed up by Lee Vern Floyd.
Troy Wiseman also in there. He came off the edge and got low. That's what you've got to do with this guy. You've got to get him at his ankles.
Troy Wiseman, junior cornerback. Tyler Garlington, a senior, starting at the other corner. Cone moving Ingram over to his left side. 2 receivers on the left. He's rolling out to the left, and he's getting chased down. Tries to get it away quickly. Gets it off to Satania, but they're going to say incomplete. He was out of bounds, it looked like.
Nice closing speed that time by Tyler Garlington. You got to give Isaiah some space. You got to be able to close quickly.
3rd and 8. Two receivers to the left side, one on the right. Bringing Ingram over to his right, McCone. He's under pressure, stepping up in the pocket out to his left. He's going to run for it, and he's going to get a first down. He's taken down by number 20, Bryce Bohannon.
Don't think it's Bryce.
I think it is. Pretty sure it looked like Bryce Bohannon.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Bryce Bohannon.
I got the nomination for Bryce way back in June for our 501 football team, and they listed defensive back on there as a possible. He only, what can he not do? That was in my article this week.
Take it off the list.
1st and 10, fake to Ingram. Cone finds Fayetteville receiver over on the right side. It's Dylan Kittle, a junior. It's going to be another Fayetteville first down.
Pretty good recovery by Lee Vern Floyd there.
Lee Vern got some playing experience a year ago. First and 10, McCone handing off to Ingram, going to the right side, and he is dragged down by a sophomore linebacker. You're going to recognize this name, Preston Prock.
I'll try my best not to call him Parker, but I will tell you that he is. That's not the size of a sophomore right there. That's a man right there.
Other linebackers, another sophomore, Jaden Robinson, starting tonight. Senior Noah Troutman, and also have Maurice Freeman will be seen out there throughout the night. And we've got a flag on the far side. See what the call is here. It is a little quieter here at the stadium because of all the social distancing.
Snap. False start. Number 78 on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
It's going to be a false start on Grayson Bandy, so a little easier to hear the calls from the officials. Cone, pressure to his left again. He gets the pass up, and he's got a wide open Fayetteville Bulldog, and that's going to be a touchdown as McCone connects with number 10, Jalen Blackburn, a junior.
Got behind our defense, found a spot in the zone. When a rollout happens, a lot of things break down in the secondary, and just found some space.
That's a 40-yard touchdown for McCone to Blackburn, and Fayetteville up 6-0 with 10:03 to go here in the first quarter. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 7-0 Fayetteville with the early lead on top of your Wampus Cats. 30-second break, and we're back here on Conway Corp. Welcome back to Conway. Fayetteville up early here, 7-0. Off the 40-yard touchdown pass from McCone to Blackburn. 10:03 to go, and Fayetteville will be kicking off.
Not the way you wanted to start, but here's the thing. This offense is going to line it up. Hopefully it won't take long before we're tying this thing up.
We've got Bryce Bohannon back. Who's the other one back there deep? Jamal Bethune.
Jamal Bethune, yeah.
So Bohannon getting pinned in that far corner. He brings it out, and he's going to almost get it back to the 20. So made a little bit out of almost nothing there.
He had to turn around. You know, every time he's got the ball, it's a little bit scary for the defense.
All right, this is your first chance to get a look at this new Wampus Cat offense led by senior quarterback Ben Weiss. Jamal Bethune starting in the backfield alongside him, and then it's going to be 5 linemen and 4 receivers out there most of the time. Micah Mosby near side. We'll try and get all the other Wampus Cats named as well. First snap, they're going to do a quick little bubble screen out to Bryce Bohannon. Jaden Williams, all 6'5" of him out there on a bubble screen. That's a good matchup.
It's a great wall. It's a great wall to have out there. Bryce ran right off at the edge of him.
That's an 8-yard pickup, second and short for your Wampus Cats. And they're quickly up to the line, running their second play, a little dump pass out to Bethune. He's going to get tackled in the backfield. Call it maybe a loss of 1 or 2 on the play. I don't know, he's right at that line, so 3rd and 2. Hurrying back up to the line, Weiss getting everyone positioned. Got trips out to the far side. Little muffled snap. Bethune somehow gets away with it. And he's got a first down and more out over the 40-yard line.
Exactly how you drew it up. It's called a quick pitch. No, great athletic move there by Bethune and actually by Weiss as well.
Bethune coming off the field, so we're going to get a first look at sophomore Boogie Carr at running back. Trips to the near side, hand off to Boogie. He's going to get about a yard gain right up the middle.
One of the new faces that we were going to be talking about, he's going to get a chance tonight with Manny being sidelined. He is a great edge runner. He's just a sophomore. He's going to be learning the pace of the game.
Yeah, that's one thing we haven't even mentioned. Electric junior Manny Smith out tonight. Did not practice this week because of injury. Weiss looking over the middle. He had Wes Boudreaux on a post pattern. Just overthrew him.
That's Wes Boudreaux is another one of the new faces. A really fast, athletic young man. Was injured last year. Didn't get to really play much. Not even on our junior varsity squad. But he's got wheels.
Yeah, you saw it right there. 3rd and 9 for your Wampus Cats. 2 receivers to each side. Weiss under pressure. He's stepping up, gets the pass off, and it's going to go out of bounds, incomplete, targeting Bohannon. It's going to be 4th and 9. Your Wampus Cats will punt the ball away.
Had a little bit of trouble containing number 4 there off the edge. Once that broke down, Ben tried to scramble through the middle of the pocket. Just couldn't make anything happen there.
Talking about Luke Jansky for Fayetteville, so we'll get our first look at a new punter. Or unless Waller's wearing a different number. I thought it was a number 6 out there.
I believe that's going to be him, though.
Yeah, Waller wearing a different jersey number tonight. Had his number from a year ago.
That's a nice play by, I believe that was Jaden Robinson, right there on the edge, at about the 30-yard line. Yeah, it was Jaden.
Waller averaged almost 34 yards a punt a year ago. 6 inside the 20. Fayetteville will start right around the 30. Scored on a 40-yard touchdown pass on their first possession. See if this Conway defense has cleaned things up a bit. Two receivers near side for Fayetteville. It's going to be a handoff to Ingram. He bounces off the right corner. He's going to pick up a first down.
Got through to the second level pretty quickly. Traylon McClure.
You talked about that being where he can get dangerous if he can make that first move and bounce it out to the edge.
Got a little space on the outside there.
1st and 10 from the 41. Another handoff to Ingram to the right side again. He's going to pick up about 7 yards. Fayetteville content to keep riding Ingram.
And so far, every run has come to the right side, so they're working a spot where they think they can make something happen, and they're actually on the far hash as well, so it's a little bit tighter field there.
Ingram is out. Conley Hudson coming in to spell him. He's going to go over to McCone's left. McCone, a little pressure. They've got a bubble screen out to the right side, and they're going to pick up another first down.
Looks like that was Satania getting the ball. Yeah. A little bit of a bubble screen. We got pressure up, and they were able to complete a little bit of a bubble screen on the edge.
Fayetteville not having many struggles tonight so far on offense. 6:50 to go here in the first quarter. Handoff to Hudson on the right side. He's swallowed up. They're going to say he was down.
Forward progress probably was stopped there, but the ball did come out before he was down, so I'm guessing they're going to call it forward progress. That's the first good play we've made over there on the right side. That was a stack there.
And that was sophomore Jaden Robinson. 2 sophomores starting at linebacker tonight for your Wampus Cats. 2nd and 11. Cone trying to make some adjustments. Had a player in the wrong spot. Fake to Hudson or Ingram. Cone going deep again to Satania. It's thrown short, and it's going to be picked off by Troy Wiseman, junior corner.
What a great play by Troy there. He timed his jump perfectly. Isaiah was a bit behind him, but it wasn't really behind him. He made a few steps as he got to the goal line. Pass was a little bit underthrown. Great job of high pointing the ball there by Troy Wiseman.
That's the one area on the defense where we have a lot of returning starting experience. It's showing there, but Conway going to be at their own 1-yard line here. 2 receivers each side. They're going to run a quick out to Micah Mosby, but ball thrown just a little bit behind him.
Real easy to try to get rid of that ball very quickly when you're standing in the middle of your end zone on the pass. So got to go quick.
But this is what you're going to see nearly all the time. 4 receivers, 1 back. Little screen pass out to Bethune. He's going to get a little bit of breathing room.
Wow, that was a really athletic play by Ben Weiss there. Escaped some pressure from the outside and found Bethune crossing across the middle. Really nice play.
And that's going to be enough for a Conway first down.
That's a great play.
First down of the game for your Wampus Cats. They're quickly back up to the line. Another handoff to Bethune. He finds a hole on the left side. Bethune getting the second first down for the Wampus Cats.
He's that downhill runner. Found the gap, found the seam, popped it. They had to catch him from behind. This is that fast-paced offense.
Yeah, 20-yard run from Bethune, and they're right back up to the line. Boogie Carr subbing in at running back. Trips formation near side. Weiss is going to connect with Jaden Williams, and he's going to have enough for a first down.
You know, here's a guy that absolutely carried the basketball team on his back late last year, and he appears to be understanding exactly what he does.
So much athleticism for all that size, and we're going to see some big things from him. Seeing some big things from Boogie Carr, his first carry.
There's a bit of the edge speed that we were talking about earlier. If he can understand the pace of the game, he's going to make those kind of plays. Really nice move on the edge.
Another first down for your Wampus Cats in Fayetteville territory at the 38. And we're going to have a flag on the play. Looked like the snap was a little delayed.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 20 on the offense.
It's going to be a false start on Bryce Bohannon.
Bryce is quick. He can get going very quickly.
That's the challenge when you're that fast,
Yeah.
you know.
How do you control that?
We don't know. We've never been that fast.
No.
2 receivers to each side. Weiss getting the play from Coach Mark Kelly. Carr lined up behind him. Fakes the handoff. He's looking over for Bryce Bohannon. I don't know if Bryce quite got the play call there. He was not looking for a pass.
Expect to see a little bit of that every once in a while, especially the first game as they're really trying to work in this offense. Another one of the factors of not being able to put it all in, right?
Not near as much time to, and especially when you're installing a brand new offense. 2nd and 15. Weiss rolling out to his left, and he's going to be sacked. He tried to create something and couldn't get away from the Fayetteville defender there.
Yeah, that's going to be Caden Turner
It'll bring down Weiss in the backfield.
along with a couple of others, but Caden Turner can fly to the ball. A lot of good instincts there.
3rd and long for your Wampus Cats. It'll be 3rd and 19 after what was looking like a successful drive. Weiss rolling out to the right, and he is just swallowed up. He gets it off, but it's going to be picked off by number 9, Caden Turner.
That's a case where the ball floats out as he gets hit. Not much you can do there. But again, Caden Turner is really all over the field, knows where the play is going to go. That's an unfortunate break there.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Weiss. He came off the field a little gingerly there as he took a big hit. Fayetteville will take over at their own 38, and the lights have come on in Conway.
Let's do it now.
Trips formation over to the left for Fayetteville. McCone hands off to Ingram to that right side again, and he's got space. It's going to be another 8-yard pickup for Ingram.
Tyler Garlington was able to get low and cut his feet as he made his cut. He was the last line of defense there, so it's a good tackle by Tyler Garlington. They found something on that right side. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but that's about 90% of the plays going there.
Second and short for Fayetteville. Another handoff to Ingram. You guessed it, to the right side, and he's going to pick up a first down as he's taken out of bounds.
Another new face out there. That was Garrett Sanders making a good play from the linebacker spot, along with Preston Prock, so sophomore to sophomore.
A lot of youth on this linebacker core. Garrett Sanders getting in.
They're getting a chance to grow up really quickly.
Trey Hill also back in on the defensive line. He's a junior. Cone getting the play from the sidelines. Got Blackburn near side, Satinia far side, and they are going to call a timeout.
Timeout. Fayetteville.
So timeout Fayetteville. 3:22 to go here in the first quarter. Fayetteville leading 7-0. We'll take a break and be back in 30 seconds here on Conway Corp.
Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home.
Back in Conway, got several of former colleagues and players reaching out to us tonight on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Heard from a certain someone out in Houston.
Giovanni Johnson. Glad you're watching, Giovanni. Hope things are going well down at Rice.
Yeah, quarterback at Rice. We used to have Giovanni Land all the time here a few years ago. It was a fun season.
Great young man.
Fayetteville picking up a first down on their first play out of that timeout. First and 10 at the 40. Cone handing off to Ingram to the left side. He makes a move, makes a Wampus Cat miss, and he's going to pick up another 5 or 6 yards.
Kelvin Thomas coming in to make a good stop there from the backside. That was the first run to go to the left of the left tonight, so yeah.
And he tried to bounce it back to the right.
Yeah, it ended up on the right side.
Kelvin Thomas, another sophomore, so a lot of youth seeing time on this defense. 2nd and 5. Cone handing off to Ingram to the left side again. That's going to be enough for another Fayetteville first down. 2:37 to go here in the first quarter.
Looks like Kelvin Thomas again on the tackles coming off, and McEwen is back in the nose tackle. A couple of good plays there by Thomas.
Jalen McEwen coming back in, a senior, 55 tackles a year ago and a sack. He and Leverne Floyd and DeTravion Banks, seniors, on that front line. Hand off to Hudson. Bounces it to the right. Going to be another nice pickup for Fayetteville.
Yeah, he's planting his foot and cutting back to the right as soon as he gets to the line of scrimmage. And that time Garrett Sanders was in a good spot to take him, but unfortunately it's about a 4-yard gain.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 2nd and 6. Fayetteville driving down the field again. Ingram out in motion to the right side. Empty backfield for McCone. He's got a good pocket, rolling out to his left, getting chased down from behind. He's almost sacked. Throws a short pass, and it's going to be caught. I believe that's number 16, Hayes Robinson. junior receiver for Fayetteville. So he barely gets that one off, and Fayetteville able to pull it in.
That's a break that did not go our way. They get ours picked off on a busted pass, and then they make the play there. That's an unfortunate break there.
All the way down, 1st and goal at the 1. Ingram in the backfield. They're going to hand off to him. He cuts left and walks into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown run from Ingram. It's going to be 13-0 with 1:15 to go here in the first quarter.
That was just kind of a lethargic, or not a lethargic, but a very systematic way of approaching their offense. They just marched it right down the field. A couple of big plays. They got a break on a long ball, but nothing we could do on that right side.
Thomas Needy in for the extra point attempt for Fayetteville. He's going to connect on his second attempt tonight. 14-0. 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Fayetteville leading Conway. 30-second break, and we're back on Conway Corp.
Centennial Bank builds relationships. That's why our bankers roll up their sleeves to support Conway and Faulkner County. They are folks you know and value for mortgages, business loans, and all your personal banking needs. Community involvement and exceptional service from people you know. That's the Centennial Bank way. Centennial Bank's legacy started right here in Conway and is still growing. Centennial Bank, building legacies, one relationship at a time.
Conway trailing early here in the first quarter to the number 5 ranked Fayetteville Bulldogs. 14-0, 1:15 remaining here in the first quarter. You can be a part of the conversation as always. 5 Sports Live on Twitter, 5 Sports on Facebook, and you can always message us in the YouTube chat if you're watching there. Got a message from Angie Robertson, also known as Biscuit's mom. Biscuit's mom and dad are watching from home. We will always bleed blue. We know that is true, Angie.
Oh, yeah. Big Razorback, big Wampus Cat fans. They love the blue and white.
Conway had a little bit of progress going on that last possession, and it ends up in an interception.
Yeah, you get all the way down to about the 35-yard line, and really, other than one fortunate break that we had with the snap, really just kind of worked the ball down the field. It looked relatively easy. We got bogged down, had a couple of plays that didn't go our way, and then the break for Fayetteville on the pick. But I like that last drive. Hopefully we can finish it out this time.
Thomas Needy set to kick deep. Bethune and Bohannon back to receive, and it's going to be a little squib kick, but it is picked up quickly on the far side by number 83. That's Luke Robbins, junior.
Yeah, you know what? He followed that ball all the way through. Great job there. I didn't expect to see an onside kick this early, and especially when you're leading. But Casey Dick's got the hammer, and he's trying to push it down now.
I'll be honest, I don't normally have the best intuition, but I kind of felt like maybe a little funny business was about to go down there. I didn't want to jinx it. 2 receivers each side. Weiss fakes the handoff, going to do a quick pass out to number 21, and he's trying to make something out there. Wes Boudreau near side, a junior wide receiver.
He's the kind of young man that's going to be able to make something happen when he's in space. He just had a couple of guys that jumped the route and were able to get him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain, 2nd and 10. 3 receivers far side. Weiss is going to hand it off to Jamal Bethune. That's one area they've had success here in the first quarter as Bethune rips off another 20-yard run. First down, Wampus Cats right back up to that line.
First down, the Wampus Cats.
Fayetteville trying to sub in. I don't think the player was off the field before the ball was snapped. Wow. Wes Boudreau knocking a Fayetteville helmet off.
That's making something happen right there. That is making something. So he got a quick slant and was able to get 6, maybe 7 good yards there. Moving fast.
2nd and 3, Bethune in the backfield. Going to be another handoff to him right up the middle. He finds a hole. He's going to pick up another first down.
They found a little something there to get him to the second level. Caden Turner is not in the ball game at the moment, so they may be making a little hay here.
Boogie Carr coming in, subbing Bethune. Boogie's going to get a handoff to the left, and he is quickly swallowed up in the backfield by a number of Bulldogs. Loss of, call it 2 on the play.
Yeah, they had pressed back and were in our backfield on the left side before that play ever really got started. He didn't have a chance to plant his foot and go.
Trips to the right. It's like end of the first quarter. I was so caught up, wasn't watching the play clock. That's the end of one here in Conway. Fayetteville leading early, 14-0. 60-second break, and we're back here on Conway Corp.
Don't put your health care on hold.
At Conway Regional, your health and safety are our top priority.
We have extensive safety measures in place to protect you from infection
and a variety of options for you to receive the care you need.
From a telemedicine appointment in the comfort of your own home
to a visit to our medical center or clinics,
you'll receive comprehensive and compassionate care.
When you need to visit the hospital, please know that it's safe and secure.
During an emergency, every minute counts.
Don't delay your care for fear of COVID-19.
After your visit, we can hold a follow-up appointment through video over our telemedicine system.
Whether you need a primary care visit,
an orthopedic appointment,
a visit with a neurologist,
or a prenatal checkup,
surgery,
a follow-up appointment,
referral to a specialist,
or emergency care.
We're here for you wherever you are,
no matter the need.
Don't put your health care on hold.
Don't put your health care on hold.
Don't put your health care on hold.
For all of your health care needs, Conway Regional is here for you.
Getting ready for the second quarter of play here in Conway, your 2020 season opener. The Wampus Cats flipping the field, now going from right to left. They've got a 2nd and 12. Weiss looking over the middle. He's got Micah Mosby wide open on the seam route, and that's going to be a 23-yard touchdown to Mosby.
And boom, right there. Listen, what a great pump fake by Ben Weiss. Shook his shoulders. The defender bit on it. Micah Mosby made a great catch. What a great move by Ben Weiss.
You talked about it in our meetings this week, expecting this offense to be more vertical than we've seen in years past, and certainly saw it there on that play. And we're going to have the freshman also kicking PATs tonight as well.
He looked good in pregame. We don't know a lot about him yet. This is really our first look.
Adrian Mejia ready for his first PAT.
Solid.
He drills it through. Conway trailing now 14-7, 11:55 to go in the first half. 30-second break, and we're back on Conway Corp.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has the service you need. Whatever the automotive problem, Helton's has the diagnostics to repair it. If you're moving across town or across country, Helton's is your #1 choice for U-Haul in Conway. We have a wide selection of packing supplies for every aspect of your move. Also, we sell and install hitches. Call 327-4696 for a quote. At Helton's Wrecker U-Haul, we are always on our toes. Give us a call at 327-7681.
Back in Conway, your Wampus Cats getting on the board, trailing 14-7 to Fayetteville here early in the second quarter. Tim, get a look at those first quarter stats. Anything stick out to you in the first quarter?
Well, the score, through the first quarter is indicative of what you see. We have 10 first downs from Fayetteville, 5 for Conway. And here's the thing, a 14-0 ball game at the end of the first, and Satania hadn't even touched the ball.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call out. He's been targeted a few times, but has not got it. His kick is fielded at the 10 by Satania. He's bouncing off a few Wampus Cats, going to be taken down right around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's Tavis Taylor right there. He is a backup linebacker. He'll see a lot of time this year. He is a stick. He is a good form tackler. He brings the load every time he comes. So let's see if the defense can. I am sure, if I know Coach Fempel and Coach Pankey well enough, they've been diagramming what they can do to take the edge out of this right side of the defense.
Neutralize him a little bit. Bulldogs have been moving the ball at will, other than the one interception on their second possession. McCone's going to fake and roll out to his left. Looking across the middle, and Traylon McClure almost jumping underneath. Had his hands on it. Almost an interception from McClure.
Traylon saw that one coming and really jumped the route. He almost like he was baiting the throw there.
And he quickly comes off the field holding his right wrist.
His hand. Yeah, may have jammed his hand there on going for the pick. Darius Hayes pops in.
McClure, 4 interceptions a year ago. 2nd and 10. Hand off to Ingram to the right side. He's bouncing out, and he's going to get undercut there by Tyler Garlington.
Tyler Garlington and also Jaden. No, it's Ashton Waller. Ashton Waller came up from the safety position as well to make the play just a couple yards off the line of scrimmage.
Going to have to get used to Waller wearing number 6.
Yeah.
Not number 9 like he wore a year ago. Trips out to the left, 3rd and 8 for Fayetteville. Ingram to McCone's right side. He's looking left, and he overthrows number 10, Jalen Blackburn, who he connected with on a 40-yard touchdown in the first quarter. It's going to be 4th and 8. Fayetteville, their first punt of the night.
Really good stand there. We brought the safeties up, and we're filling the zone up a little bit more with players, so it's a little bit cluttered.
Wes Boudreaux and Bryce Bohannon back to receive the punt for your Wampus Cats. For Fayetteville, Thomas Needy handling all the kicking duties. Boudreaux trying to get it off the bounce. He's going to run it out here, and he's going to be out around the 43-yard line.
That's a good move on his part. The ball was really going to go a long way with the bounce that it had going on, so he was able to corral it after a quick bobble, make a few yards. That probably saved about 25 yards right there easily.
Ben Spangler checking in on Facebook says Santa doing a great job on his first night. I assume he's talking about our new color analyst, Tim.
He's as old as I am. He's a grad of 83. He needs to – I'm not sure he knew how to get into Facebook.
3 receivers to the left side. Fake to Bethune. Going to be a quick pass out to Boudreaux. He makes a move, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards.
That's some of that quick feet that he's got. He's able to plant his outside foot and really, after you make the first guy miss, that's a quick 7 yards.
Yeah, that acceleration there. It looked like he was flying.
Yeah, and you got Jaden Williams out there. It's easy to get around as well.
2nd and 3 for your Wampus Cats. Weiss looking to the right, and he's connecting with Micah Mosby again. Mosby dragging a defender out around the 29-yard line in Conway territory.
You know, Micah Mosby is about 6'2", 6'3". He's a little bit of a matchup problem for their corner, and he's cut the inside on him twice.
Excuse me, your Wampus Cats in Fayetteville territory now. Hand off to Bethune on the left side, keeping it up the middle. Almost spun out of another defender there. Another 10-plus yard gain for Bethune.
You know, Coach talked about in the pregame that he's added some weight, added some strength. He's a tough guy to bring down.
He's such a smooth runner, too.
Yeah.
Going to be another handoff to Bethune. Left side again. Battling for a few more yards. Going to be a pickup of 3, maybe 4 yards.
They've worked that off-tackle play there where he jabs and comes back to the middle. They found that little flaw there in the defense.
2nd down, Weiss looking to his left, now over the middle, looking for Bryce Bohannon, who had a hand on his back shoulder.
No flag there. The ball was pretty far out in front. Maybe that's the reason they didn't drop it there.
3rd and 7 coming up. 2 receivers to each side. Getting the call in from Coach Kelly. New offensive coordinator, was at Searcy a year ago, won his 6A state championship. Weiss looking over the middle. It's tipped up in the air. It's going to be incomplete. 4th down and 7 at the 10-yard line, and we'll see what Conway wants to do here.
Looks like he was looking for Micah Mosby there across the middle. The play worked earlier for a couple of big plays.
And they're going to call in the field goal unit.
New snapper, new holder, new kicker.
Yeah, Jack Dawson holding snaps on field goals, and Trey Roberts, the holder. And a freshman kicker, Adrian Mejia, his first field goal attempt.
And it's good.
And it's good. Conway on the board again, trailing 14-10, 9:37 remaining here in the first half. 30 seconds, and we're back here on Conway Corp.
Oh, Nigel, that's Charles' spot. He looks the rest line.
Take it outside, boys!
Johnson's down the right side. He crosses into a corner and shoots. Oh, no! Oh, brilliant.
You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Tell your insurance provider you choose All Clean USA.
Mom said take it outside.
All right, so
27-yard field goal from freshman kicker Adrian Mejia. Conway trailing now 14-10, 9:37 to go here in the first half. So looking good so far for your freshman kicker. He's handling PATs, handling field goals, and handling the kickoffs as well.
So that's got to be a little bit of a nerve-wracking moment if you really should be kicking for the junior high, and you come in. This is a big stage. It's a big stage. He's doing well.
You know, you see freshmen come up a lot at smaller schools. You know, my alma mater, Clarksville, had some freshmen playing because there were a lot of injuries on the senior high team a year ago, and you don't see it quite as much in the 7A and 6A schools. Got a hard hit out here on the near side.
Troy Wiseman. He brought the lumber there. They haven't taken any of their kicks to the middle of the field yet. They're working the right sideline. So we've kind of collapsed that area. That was a great lick by Troy Wiseman.
Fayetteville going to start this drive at the 26-yard line. Last possession ended in a punt. See if the Wampus Cat defense continuing to shore things up here in the first half. Handoff to Ingram on the left side. Preston Prock closing in on that far side. Sophomore linebacker in on that play.
You know what was really good about that play? I mean, he closed well once he knew it was going to go that way, but he hesitated just enough to make sure it didn't trickle back on him. So really a heady play by a young guy.
Keep in position there. Be 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Two receivers out to the right. It's going to be another handoff to Ingram right up the middle. He's going to get a couple of yards there and give Fayetteville a manageable 3rd and let's call it 5.
Lee Vern Floyd came back, made the tackle there along with Troy Wiseman. He came up and went for the ankle, so we had a high-low action on Ingram. That's pretty much what you need to do.
Desmond Wilson also was in on that play. Senior just came off to the sidelines. 3rd and 4. Handoff to Ingram to that left side. Conway had him. They couldn't finish. Big hit there at the end for number 32. Garrett Sanders, a sophomore. That's going to be enough for a Fayetteville first down.
He's met hard in the middle by number 32, Garrett Sanders.
It's a big hit.
That's a sophomore. He and Preston are both pretty sizable sophomores. They don't look the part, and they sure don't play the part. Great lick right there. He'll remember that one.
Been calling a lot of sophomores' names tonight on the defensive side. A couple on the offensive side as well. Cone looking out to his right. Gets a quick hitch pass out to number 8, Dylan Kittle. It's going to be a pickup of 9 yards. Kelton Thomas coming back in.
Jaden Robinson came back and made a good play there. A little open in the zone. They found the spot.
7:38 and ticking here in the first half. Fayetteville leads 14-10. Cone handoff to Hudson over on the left side. He's met right near that line of scrimmage by a number of Wampus Cats. Looks like it's going to be enough, though, for a first down.
Yeah, Levern Floyd making another good play there. He's been all over the field early in the game.
Floyd and Banks both subbing out. Defensive line rotation. McCone looking deep. He's touched in the backfield, gets away, rolling out to his right. Trying to find someone, chased down again, getting out of a tackle, and he's going to step out of bounds right near that first down marker.
Had him a couple of times. First was Ethan Winningham. Had a shoulder, couldn't quite turn him. And then Maurice Freeman also had a chance, but good play. We were coming up to try to make a stick. Got him to the edge, but lost containment there.
That's the thing. We've been seeing a lot of pressure tonight from our defense. Fayetteville getting
Some
a little
trickeration here.
Interesting with their formation. They've got a lineman out to the right side. McCone looking over the middle. It's going to be picked off again by Tyler Garlington. He gets there right as the ball is making contact with the Fayetteville receiver, and he just snags it out of the air.
Here's the thing there. It's easy to lose focus when you line up and have basically a trick play, a trick formation coming in. Tyler Garlington never really lost sight of his guy. Made a great close. That was a high point on that ball. Pretty much took it away from him at that spot.
Tyler Garlington, senior starter at corner, just 5 tackles a year ago and 1 interception in that Central game. So 2 interceptions for this Conway Wampus Cat defense. It's the offense turn now. Had a fake handoff to Boogie Carr and missed connection out on the left side to Bryce Bohannon.
A couple of players that are on the line, they never really get any love. So Connor Crutchfield, great block downfield there.
2 receivers each side, 2nd and 10. We've got Williams and Bohannon near side. Boogie Carr setting up to the right of Weiss. He's looking deep. He's on the move to his left. He's throwing it up for grabs, and it's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete.
Just trying to make something happen. Did a wise move there when no one was really open. And when you're rolling that hard, that fast to the opposite hand, you definitely want to just get rid of it, get it out of the way. Let's get another play.
Dylan Silverman Barnes checking in at receiver. He's in that slot position on the far side. Bohannon near side. Weiss takes the snap, looking for Bohannon. Quick slant in, and he's got the possession, but he's going to be short of a first down. It's going to be 4th and 3 for your Wampus Cats.
That's one of those occasions where you know, with Bryce, he makes so many people miss. Even if you have to give it to him short of the sticks, there's a really good chance he's going to shake loose. They just had a couple of guys too close to him to be able to get there.
Ashton Waller coming in for his 2nd punt of the night. Levern Floyd, the snapper on the punt team. Waller gets it off. Kittle back for Fayetteville, takes it. He's going to make a move and pick up a few yards down around the 32-yard line. 5:53 remaining here in the first half.
Made a good pickup on the snap, and really a good punt under pressure there. A little bit of a line drive, but you're just trying to get it out of there at that point. Good tackle downfield by Garrett Sanders. Special teams guy, but also heck of a player on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Sanders and Miller meet in the back.
Just a reminder, you can join the conversation with Tim and myself tonight. 5 Sports Live on Twitter, 5 Sports on Facebook, and you can always talk to us in the YouTube chat as well. Wampus Cats trailing 14-10 to the number 5 ranked Fayetteville Bulldogs. That's number 5 in the 7A. They're ranked number 6 overall, according to the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
It's hard to know. The preseason rankings, it's hard enough in college.
Yeah.
And in high school, it really is because the graduation rates seem to be a little bit more impactful at this level, you have a lot of seniors that play, and so both these squads are seeing the same thing. They have a lot of folks depart and a lot of new faces, even though there are a lot of them are seniors and juniors at first measurable time they've played.
Yeah. Got a final score in the 7A already. This game, of course, started at 5 in Little Rock. Catholic falling to Jonesboro 28-24. Those are both teams we'll be seeing at some point this season.
Preview.
Cone hands off to Ingram, their first play this possession, and he is swallowed up right back at the line of scrimmage.
Nick Miller, backup linebacker, came off the edge there. He's a lean linebacker. He doesn't really, if you looked at him, you wouldn't say that's the position he plays, but he is really, really smart player. Made a great play there, tracking him down from behind.
Yeah, Miller, a senior. Playing in that bandit role, backing up Preston Prock. 2nd and 9, handoff to Ingram. Makes a cut back up the middle. Only going to get it. Let's call it 3-yard gain there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for Fayetteville.
Nice cutback there, Troutman and our nose tackle number 91, Jalen McEwen, made a good play to get back off of his block and drop back in to make him stop and change directions.
Marquavis struck it, checking in on the defense. Number 25, see him far side over there. Cone looking left, getting pressure, rolling out to the right. Waller coming up, pushing him out of bounds. It's going to be a loss. Give him the sack.
Well, here's the thing there. He wanted to, as he rolled back, his first option was not Satania, but his second option was, as he was rolling back this way, Jerry Coleman had great coverage on him. He had no place to go.
So your Wampus Cats, good opportunity to get some good field position here with 4:35 to go here in the second quarter. Chance to get the ball again and try and get a score before the half. Boudreaux and Bohannon back to receive.
They're short a player. Only 10 on the field.
Fayetteville, yeah, coaches, they're going to have to blow a timeout over there.
Welcome to the first game, right?
Right.
It's going to happen.
Timeout on the field. We will take it with them. 4:35 to go. 30-second break, and we're back here on Conway Corp.
Community is everywhere. Banking where you are, when you need it. On any device. At home. And wherever you play. We're committed to offering excellent service, competitive rates, and convenience in each of our 27 locations and beyond. Visit our website and discover how we can help your community at First Community Bank, where community is everything.
Back in Conway, Wampus Cats trailing 14-10, and they're about to have a chance to get the ball back. Fayetteville had to waste a timeout, man short on their punt team. Bohannon and Boudreaux back to receive for your Wampus Cats. Bohannon calling for the fair catch. He's going to haul that in right around the 37-yard line.
Really nice punt there. Anytime you can get Bryce Bohannon to wave his right hand up, you've won that battle. You don't want him catching it and rolling. So
you call that a win for sure.
Absolutely. He'll get a pat on the back when he gets to the sidelines.
Wampus Cats coming back out. Bohannon, Williams, Mosby, and Boudreaux, your receivers. Jamal Bethune in the backfield with senior quarterback Ben Weiss. Hand off to Bethune on the left side, and he is going to be pulled down by Jay Johnson.
Yeah, they've seen that play enough that I think they've got tired of watching that go for 10 yards down the field. But
yes,
their outside edge rusher made a good play there, closed down.
2nd and 11. Muff snap. It's on the ground, and it looks like Fayetteville might have covered it. Or maybe it was one of our offensive linemen, I think, landed on it.
Yeah,
or no, it was Jamal Bethune.
Bethune got back on it.
false start. Number 70 on the offense.
It's all going to be moot.
Yeah, so I saw a bag and also saw a flag, so I wasn't sure exactly which one was going to come first, but it was a dead play anyway.
2nd and 16, ball at the 31. Wampus Cats trying to get a little something going here before the end of the half. Weiss faking left. He's going to throw one up for Bryce Bohannon, but he overthrows that. Bohannon really nowhere near that target.
Yeah, that was actually a good throw there. Bryce was covered. The cornerback didn't go for the fake at all, and so was pretty much right there with him. So good play by Ben just to get rid of that one.
Colin Hicks checking in, backup center, a senior. Had some snap issues here in the second quarter. Thune shifting to the left. Fayetteville showing the blitz. Weiss going to get it off quick to the right side. He finds Micah Mosby. Going to be a good pickup there. Still going to be short, though, about 4th and 4.
I don't see the punt team coming on just yet. This is a Mark Kelly special right here. If he's talked Coach Fempel into moving.
Yeah.
Cersei didn't punt much last year.
No, they did not. In fact, 2 times on one drive in that state championship game, even in their own territory, they went for it on 4th down. And we're going to have a false start, so it's going to be 4th and 9. And they are going to bring on the punt team now.
Yeah, it makes the decision a little bit easier there.
It's a good call out, though. Coach Mark Kelly likes to press it a little bit.
And we know he's a little bit of a salesman now because it's got to be pretty difficult to talk Keith Fempel into punting from your own side of the field.
Oh, that is the truth. Waller back to punt. 3:15 to go here in the second quarter. And we've got a Conway coach running down the sideline trying to get a timeout.
Timeout. Conway.
That was Coach Fempel.
Well, I think I was looking at Coach Frazier, so they both might have been running down the field trying to get a timeout.
Something didn't look right, so you got a couple of coaches rolling down there. They're getting a good
We'll just hold it here on this timeout. Conway trailing 14-10. Fayetteville got off to that very quick 14-0 lead here in the first quarter, and Wampus Cat offense started to settle in here in the second quarter.
With as many young people as you have, and you get down by 14, and and they move the ball pretty easily there. It's easy to get down and to start questioning things. But the coaching staff does a really good job of really instilling some confidence in these guys. So they've bounced back, made it a 14-10 ball game. We got a chance to maybe do some damage before the end of the half.
Lee Vern Floyd set to snap the ball here on the punt. Ashton Waller already 2 punt attempts tonight. We're going to have another penalty. If you believe number 14 for Fayetteville, it's another false start against Conway.
Yeah, that looked like maybe a little bit of a re-swizzle on the snap there, but still in a punt position here.
Clean snap for Waller. He gets it off. Kittle receiving for Fayetteville, and he's going to be pushed out quickly over on the far sideline.
Really good punt there by Waller, putting him on the side of the field, and then Tavis Taylor cleaning it up on the sidelines.
3:09 to go here in the first quarter. This Conway defense will have to see what they can do here again. Keep Fayetteville from putting up any more points on the board.
We've got Traylon McClure back in the ballgame as well. That'll help on the back end.
Also in, number 7, a senior, Jerry Coleman. Cone looking deep. He's got 2 receivers out there, but he's got Coleman As he overthrows, Coleman checks into the game and pulls in Conway's third interception of the game.
Oh, he dropped it on a dime to Jerry Coleman. Love it when it throws it to the blue side. Coleman had everybody back. They were trying to go deep. I thought they might go to Satania, try to make a vertical play. But Jerry Coleman had it covered, made a great catch.
Well, it was a great read from Coleman. He started pretty close to the line of scrimmage and then got back in coverage very quickly. Wampus Cat offense going to get another chance with 3 minutes remaining. Bohannon, Williams, Boudreaux, and Micah Mosby, the targets. East takes a snap, looking over for Bohannon. Quick little out. It's going to be enough for a Conway Wampus Cat first down.
Good safe play. Under 3 minutes left to go in the half. Good quick out to Bryce. He's going to catch that pretty much every time. Quick feet out of bounds.
Just trying to get some positive momentum going here for your Wampus Cats. Weiss looking right now. Little screen pass, but he short hops it out to Mosby. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That may have been the best thing that happened there. They had it covered up pretty well. We may have been looking at a loss even if it completes it there.
Three receivers to the right. Bohannon near side. It's going to be a handoff to Boogie Carr. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 for your Wampus Cats.
Yeah, that was backup nose tackle, Khalil Murray.
Weiss looking for Bohannon. It's that quick out again. Bohannon, another first down for Conway.
Great catch. It's a senior right there, knows where the sticks is, knows exactly where to break it off. Ben Weiss right on the button.
10-yard gain for Bohannon. Conway quick to get back to the line, and they're putting one up for Bohannon, and he hauls it in and pulls it away from the defender. Big play on the fly route for Bohannon.
I mean, that's just an amazing catch. There's nothing you can do with that. The defender was right there. There was that's just an amazing play by Bryce Bohannon. Great throw, great play.
Call it a 47-yard pass. Maybe 46, and we're going to have a injured Fayetteville Bulldog on that play. The defender chasing after Bohannon is still down on the field. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break, and we'll be back here on Conway Corp.
Attention, please. The news conference will start in mere moments.
Hi, welcome. Good day. I know you have lots of questions about the mysteries surrounding the new Ford Bronco.
We have questions. Over here.
I know you're excited about the new Ford Bronco. The simple answer is Smith Ford is here to help you order and build your new 2021 Ford Bronco.
Come experience Smith Ford's family customer service in Conway, exit 127, right off of I-40.
2:15 remaining here in the second quarter. Conway trailing 14-10, but a big pass play from Weiss to Bohannon, connecting on the left side on a fly route, and Bohannon going up, and the defender got his hands on it too, and Bryce just pulling it out.
That's a senior making a play. I mean, he literally was covered up pretty well. The ball was floated in, but it gave Bryce Bohannon a chance. And if I'm Ben Weiss, and I've got a chance to just give Bryce Bohannon a chance to get the ball, I'm going to do that. He made a great play.
Just to let you know, we still have the Fayetteville defender. You can see him there on the left side of the screen, still down on the field being checked out. We're not quite sure. Can't see the number from here, yeah. But just wanted to let you know that's why play still has stopped here on the field. Getting the call from our production crew that is number 14, Tanner Fountain. Defender, he is up on his feet now, walking off.
That's a good sign, yep.
Tanner, starting safety, a junior for Fayetteville, and he had his hands on that ball too. He made a really athletic play as well.
Well, when you're stride for stride with Bryce Bohannon that deep in the field, you've done a pretty good job of playing your role. He went up. He looked like to me he had his hands on the ball as well, and Bryce was just able to rip it out.
1st and 11, or sorry, 1st and 10 from the 11. Tanner Fountain still slowly making his way off the field. The only thing that's slowed down this Wampus Cat offense and how quickly they've been getting to the line tonight.
Good chance to get a breath in this offense.
Boogie Carr beside Weiss. It's going to be the handoff to Carno. Weiss keeping it. Quarterback fake, running out to the left side. He's going to pick up a few yards. That was a good fake there. Confused me.
Well, Ben Weiss is, as we talked about earlier, plays baseball. He's got about an 87, 88 mile an hour fastball, but a really good athlete, just overall high competitive level.
2nd and 7. Weiss looking to the right, throwing one up, puts a little air under it. Boudreaux unable to make a play on that.
That throw was going to have to be perfect if he was going to make that. They had it covered up pretty well. He was open. He was if it comes in a little bit lower, maybe had a chance for 6 there.
3rd and 7. Weiss getting the play from Coach Kelly. Bohannon and Williams to the left. Boudreaux and Mosby to the right. Weiss looking right, tries to fit one in there to Boudreaux. A little bit of contact, 2 Fayetteville defenders running into each other. No flag on the play. That's going to bring out 4th and 7 for your Wampus Cats.
There's a flag.
Oh, there is a flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's picking it up, though.
It was very close. Contact coming in there against Boudreaux. I think they
picked it up. I guess they dropped it by mistake.
No, they are going to call it. Pass interference.
Okay. Wow.
Against Fayetteville. That's going to reset the down. Half the distance to the goal for your Wampus Cats. Oh, no, it's still 3rd down.
High school rules, they are amazing. In every other level, that's
right.
Down.
So 3rd down and 2 for your Wampus Cats. First tight formation we've seen. Bethune on the left side, and he is hammering his way in. Touchdown Wampus Cats. 16-14. Conway taking their first lead of the game.
That was an interesting formation because they brought in Garrett Sanders to run as the blocking back, and he ran right off of Garrett Sanders right into the hole. First time we've seen Garrett Sanders on the offensive side.
Freshman kicker out for his second PAT attempt, and it's perfect. 17-14, Wampus Cats taking the lead. Under 2 minutes to play. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Conway Corp.
When you're looking for a new home in Conway, why not call on someone who knows the city better than anyone? Velda Luters with Coldwell Banker RPM Group. She has 25 years of experience and understands every aspect of the home buying and selling process. Buying a home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Working with Velda is easy because she knows your needs are unique and she gives you the personalized service it takes to find your perfect home. She loves Conway High Sports and is a longtime supporter of the Conway Wampus Cats and Lady Cats. Find current listings at her website, veldaluters.com, or give her a call.
Back here in Conway, your Wampus Cats taking the lead 17-14, a minute 57 remaining. Just a reminder, our broadcast looking a little different tonight. We just have one camera showing the action on the field. We have a camera here in the booth with us and trying to do our best to do our part and be able to maintain social distancing. We've had to reduce our production crew. We'll see what we can do as the season progresses. Looks like the ball.
Looks like they're making a change to the clock. The clock continued to run, yeah, during the timeout there. They're putting back to 1:57, looks like. Who would have thought after the first 6-7 minutes of the ball game that we'd be talking about a Wampus Cat lead at this point? A lot of fight.
Things got a little tight there in the first quarter for this defense, but they have stepped up big. 3 interceptions for your Wampus Cat defense. Fayetteville, Satania looking to make a move here. He gets the ball taken right out of his hands by Tyler Garlington, and he walks into the end zone. Wampus Cats scoring again, 23-14.
That's just an individual effort out there by Tyler Garlington, making the tackle, stripping him out as he gets ready to go down. Just a fabulous one-on-one play. That's just an athletic play by Tyler Garlington.
Already had the interception here in the first half, and stripping the ball there and walking it in. My, how the tide has turned. Another PAT attempt is up and good. Wampus Cats taking a 10-point lead, 24-14. 2 quick scores, 1:47 to go. We're back in 30 seconds here on Conway Corp. Live back here in Conway. Man, things have shifted here in the last few minutes.
We talked about the offense being fast-paced. We didn't really talk about our special teams and defense being a part of that game, but boy, how quickly. I mean, you score, make a good score on a solid run by Jamal Bethune behind Garrett Sanders. Turn around and you make a huge play, one-on-one play on the kickoff, and it's 14 points in the span of about 10 seconds.
And now you get ready to kick it off again, and you got to imagine Satinia's feeling a little jumpy back there. Another nice kick from the freshman. This time it's Kittle taking it over on the right side, and he's hit out of bounds near the 23-yard line.
You know, I was going to mention that we didn't get a chance to talk about it on the last kick because we scored a touchdown off of it. But the kick into that corner is a unique kind of way of kicking a ball, trapping a guy down into a corner for your coverage. As a freshman, being able to pull that off, I'm not sure if they're asking him to do that or not, but he's dropping it on a dime. Great kick there.
Well, you got to imagine if he's a freshman and he's starting, he's got to be pretty good at what he's doing.
He knows what's up. A freshman who knows what's up. How many times have you said that in your life?
Never. I love freshmen. Fayetteville getting off to a quick start here. Going to get a positive offensive play. Call it a gain of 4 on the quick curl route over on the left.
Yeah, that's your safety coming up and making a play. We're playing our safeties a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. We're dropping one back. So you've got McClure back deeper and Ashton playing in the middle.
Fayetteville just one timeout left. Another quick pass out, and it's going to be dropped on the far side by number 10, Jalen Blackburn. Blackburn got Fayetteville on the board first in the first quarter with that 40-yard touchdown pass from McCone.
Looked like he was hearing footsteps as he was making his decision to catch the ball.
3rd and 5, 1:14 to go. McCone looking left. Pressure forcing him up. He's rolling out to the left now. He's going to try and pick up that first down. It's going to be close. As he goes out of bounds very close to that first down marker.
That's our nose tackle out there trying to run him down. Kuhn was on his heels. And they call it short.
He's going to be short.
Wow, big decision here.
4th and inches at the 33-yard line. Fayetteville looks like they're going to bring out the punt team.
That's a smart move. I mean, you've got a team that just scored 2 touchdowns in a matter of seconds. What you don't want to do is give them the ball back right here. They're running a little high right now.
The other negative for Fayetteville is that going out of bounds stopped the clock. 1:06 remaining, and we're going to have to burn a timeout on the Conway side as punt team was not quite fully formed out there. I don't know. Going to be a delay of game, excuse me. Had a lot of movement on the Conway side. Didn't look like they were quite sure who all needed to be out there.
Yeah, and I was fearful that we had too many men on the field. I was trying to make a good count there. You had McEwen coming back onto the field, so now we're set.
Delay of game, backs Fayetteville up 5 yards. Another whistle. Sounds like we're going to have a timeout here.
Yeah.
Timeout Conway, that's their second. They'll have one left. When we come back, we're going to take it with them. 30 seconds, and we're back here on Conway Corp.
DeBoard Electronics, a trusted name since 1952, is located at 650 Dave Ward Drive, 2 miles west of I-40. DeBoard Electronics offers state-of-the-art options to customize your Yamaha golf cart or your Polaris side-by-side and even your boat. With cutting-edge products, you will look good and sound good when you're cruising the water. So enjoy your time on the lake listening to your favorite tunes thanks to DeBoard Electronics, 650 Dave Ward Drive in Conway.
Fourth and 6 for Fayetteville as we come back here in Conway. 1:06 to go here in the first half. Conway trailed 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. 24 points all here in the second quarter, and 14 of them within the last minute of play.
Outstanding special teams play.
Punt is off for Fayetteville. Bryce Bohannon's going to wave it for the fair catch right around the 25-yard line. So Conway with just under a minute remaining. They'll get another crack at it here with one timeout left.
That was a good decision, I think, by Coach Fempel to make sure that we had everything lined up there. What you don't want to do is make a mistake right at the end of the half. You got a team on their heels. And so a good decision by Bryce as well, just a fair catch there.
Here comes your Wampus Cat offense. Weiss looking to the left, now rolling right. Oh, they had a little bubble screen set up for Jamal Bethune, but he's not able to haul in the pass. 2nd and 10. He had some folks out in front of him.
He did. Throws maybe a little bit behind him, still catchable, but that'll go for a long way if it's not dropped.
Three receivers to the left. Weiss looking right. Now he's going to roll out to his left now, just throwing it away in the direction of Bryce Bohannon.
I think I got lost 3 different times there. Yeah. Great pull down by Ben there. Good decision to pull it down, try to make something happen. That throw is not going to go anywhere but either Bryce or out of bounds, so pretty heady play there by Ben.
Sean Tufu, your starting left tackle, coming off the field. He's replaced by Colby London. Weiss taking in the play. Looking right. Firing it out to Micah Mosby, and he's going to pick up about 9 on the play. It's going to set up a 4th and short for your Wampus Cats right out around the 34, 33.
It brings up 4th down and 2 for the Cats.
Clock continues to run. Fayetteville only has 1 timeout left, so probably not a lot of thinking to be able to stop this and then try to do something with it. So
play clock at 12. Punt team gets sent out. 5 seconds remaining. They're going to have to get this one off quickly, and they do. Waller gets the punt off. Kittle muffs it. He's just going to fall down on it right around the 35. So 8 seconds to go here in the first half. Fayetteville takes over at their 35-yard line.
What an amazing quarter it's been. I mean, everything that you try to do here has gone pretty well. Special teams playing well, defense really making some good stops, some good plays. Multiple turnovers in that second quarter.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty.
Re-kick.
There's a penalty. Before that punt got off, they were trying to get on the field so quickly.
Yeah, a lot of movement there.
So we're actually going to be setting it up to punt again.
Yeah, for Fayetteville, if you're going to get something bad happen, this is the spot of the field to try to do it. So I absolutely would want to make them kick again. Just got to get them set now.
Dylan Kittle back for Fayetteville. Conway punting from the 28-yard line now. Clean snap to Waller. He gets it off. Kittle has trouble hauling it in again. He falls down at the 42-yard line, and we've got a little bit of extracurricular activity happening around midfield. There is a flag out. 3 flags out now. Fayetteville's coach is out on the field.
May take a little time to sort this one out.
I didn't see the players involved, but it's happening right around that new Wampus cat head.
Little angst there. Fayetteville player lost their helmet for sure in that little altercation. Not sure exactly what the cause of it was. I was watching the play as it was going downfield, but that happens sometimes. You get those trailing blocks and running down trying to make a play. 2 guys going after it. It's a little heated.
Well, what you don't want to happen here with just 3 seconds left is to do anything to give Fayetteville better field position, give them a chance to just throw one up deep and see what happens.
Yep. Interesting that the Fayetteville coaches came out pretty quickly. I'm not sure if it was an escalation on one side more than the other, but it was on their side of the field as well.
They got out there quickly. We'll have to see just how many penalties there may or may not be here. We'll get the call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike, number 5 from Conway, throwing punches, number 5 has been ejected.
So that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on junior Maurice Freeman. And he is going to be ejected from the football game.
Yeah, Coach Fempel's asking for some more clarification, so our referee's coming over to make sure he knows what's going on.
Head judge talking with Fempel. You see him right there in the middle of your screen. And the Wampus Cats taking this opportunity to get this smaller than normal crowd because of social distancing, getting them fired up.
Every other row is into it. they're all into it.
That's just how things are going to play out this season.
Coach Fempel did not like what he heard. I can tell you that from the body language there, but very rarely are you going to get anything more than an explanation that you really didn't want to hear in the first place. So lost Maurice Freeman for the game. We'll have to, and it's he plays corner, and sometimes on our kind of our rover bandit position. So we'll have to have somebody step up.
So Fayetteville taking over the Conway 45. With 3 seconds to go, we'll see what they try and do here. Conway defenders getting back, and Cone almost sacked. Now you got McEwen trying to chase him down. Cone going to throw it up, and it's going to be picked off for the 4th time here in the first half, and that's really been the story of this first half for these Wampus Cats. Who pulled that one down?
I'm still trying to figure out who's got the ball. We've got another player down. That's getting a little heated out there. The coaches are asking for both players to head in. I'll have to find out who made the catch. I never saw who came down with it.
Yeah, it was number 96 to Travian Banks that ended up on the ground. I think that's who the players are getting riled up about. We'll let you know if we get any clarity on what happened there. I don't see any flags on the field, so I think that's going to do it here for the first half of action. Your Wampus Cats leading 24-14. Time now for the Conway Regional Health System Halftime Show, hosted by Jeff Matthews.
We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp, always on.
It's halftime. The Wampus Cats in Fayetteville tonight. It's the Conway Regional Halftime Show that's happening right now. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Dr. Greg Murray, Superintendent of Schools for the Conway Public School District. And Dr. Murray, thank you for being with us. Obviously, there's a lot going on, and we want to talk about some of these things that maybe folks may have missed in all of the communication. And as a parent of three with a stepson, so 4 in the district, thank you for all the communication that's been coming out of your office. But there may be some that have missed it. So let's take this opportunity to make sure people know we are into school now. Had a couple of days early in the week where kids went half from one day, half the second day, but now we are into it. And so far, it feels like so good.
Yes, first of all, thank you very much for having me on, and I appreciate very much you and Conway Corp and the partnership that we have with y'all. And yeah, our first week of school is going well. It's interesting that it's different. And, our teachers and our students are looking different and acting different. And that's just the way that it is in our current environment. But we're happy to have our kids back on campus.
Well, I know that masks was a part of the school supply shopping this year. That was obviously different. And I know that talking to my kids, the kids are doing it and they're taking the time to make sure that they're keeping their distance at lunches and everything. So it really does feel like things are going very well from a student and a teacher perspective. And now that leads us to tonight. Obviously, it's halftime of the football game, and if folks are watching this on TV, they're not there. But if they do choose to come to a game at some point this season, things look a little bit different there as well.
Yes, it does, Jeff. And the circumstances that we find ourselves in cause us to have to do Friday nights different. Friday nights are always a wonderful time in high school, the high school experience, and a wonderful time to bring the community back together. But we have to do things differently this year, and we're trying to adapt to what the governor, what AAA and the health department has said regarding the wear of mask, and also the restriction of the number of people that are actually in the gate as well. It's going to look quite different.
One of the things that I hope people will understand that is very different is the fact that the way the tickets are being distributed Monday and Tuesday, players, but also not only players, but it's band and it's support squads, spirit squads. Those parents get the chance to purchase their tickets first. And I'm very thankful that that's the way that we've gone. And family's always been the most important thing with the kids at Conway schools, and that's no different with this decision.
Well, those kids are out there for competition, and they're out there because they love to be Wampus Cats, and parents want to be in the stands to see their children and their young adults perform and be there. And even if they're just standing on the sideline, they want to be there to support their number. And so we want to give them the first opportunity to be able to buy a ticket and have that opportunity for them first. But then if all those tickets are sold, then we are opening it up to the general public on Wednesdays and Thursdays. But as you know, Jeff, every ticket has to be pre-purchased. We are not selling any tickets at the gate this year. Because we have to control the number of people that are actually coming in, and it's going to be a whole lot easier for the fan, and also easier for us to be able to know whether you can or cannot. Because if you buy a ticket, you're going to be able to get in the ballgame.
Right. No, it will look different as so many things do. And I don't know that there's an extracurricular activity. There's a lot of them that you are interested in, of course, but I know music's a big part of your life. The band, the band is still going to be wearing masks, but they're going to be playing, correct?
That is interestingly correct. Yes. I've had lots of conversations about this with people at the state level about trying to make sure we do this the right way. But the distancing requirements are going to be present for band members as well, and the 6 feet, and yes, they're going to wear masks with some type of slit on it, so they can stick their instrument mouthpiece inside of that mask to play. But because of the distancing, we're going to have to limit the number of band people that are actually in as well. And Mr. Ratliff and the band directors are working to try to do what in essence is a large pep band, about 70 or so members each night to be able to perform during the game, but there won't be any type of halftime show marching this year.
I know that ever since the first conversations that started back in the middle of March and even up until now, starting the new school year, the ability for you and your staff to adapt and adjust has been something that as a community to watch and present options for us as parents has been something that's greatly appreciated. And so on behalf of those parents, thank you for what you all have done and continue to do for our kids.
Well, Jeff, I appreciate that. And I'm quite sure that during the course of the summer, there was a lot of frustration because everybody wants answers to the questions. And there were certainly more questions than answers during the summer. But I appreciate our community's patience. It just is a great indicator of the place that we live, that people are willing to be patient with us, be flexible with us, and give us the grace that we intend to give everybody else in terms of the things that have happened. And yeah, we've had to change our mind on some things, and I have no doubt that during the course of the first semester, we're probably gonna have to change our mind about some other things as well. It's just, I've said this many times. I didn't go to this class in college on how to do, this type of administration. So we're learning on the fly, just like parents are learning on the fly, just like businesses are learning on the fly. We are trying to figure out how to do this COVID-19 thing.
Absolutely. Dr. Greg Murray, Superintendent of Schools for Conway Public Schools. Dr. Murray, thank you, and we appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you very much, Jeff, and go Cats.
Welcome back to the Conway Regional Health System Halftime Show. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined now by Bryce Bohannon, our Senior Spotlight. Each week we'll spotlight another senior of this class of 2021, the fall football season of 2020. And we'll start with the most exciting senior on this team, and that's Bryce Bohannon, 5'10", 175 pounds, lines up all over the field. He's thrilled us for 2 seasons, and we look forward to what he's going to be able to do in this senior year as well. So Bryce, thoughts on the senior season? It's been already unlike anything. We've kind of just got confident that we're even going to have a season. How are you feeling as we go into this first game?
I feel good going into the first game. I mean, definitely like what you just said, it's definitely something we've never done before. So it's kind of cool getting used to this and trying to figure out what we're going to do for this season.
Was it difficult to stay focused the last few months as you were like on again, off again, as far as if there was going to be a season? You really have to prepare like there will be a season, but in the back of your mind, did you have any doubts?
Yeah, like you said, we definitely were ready. We were prepared to play this season. We weren't looking forward to it ending anytime soon. So we had the mindset that we were going to play, and that's the mindset we've all had, and that's all we ever thought.
One of the things I love about being around this program, and I have been for a couple of decades now, is the senior leadership. And there's something special about being a Wampus Cat. There's not another Wampus Cat in the state of Arkansas. There's only a few around the country, so it's a really big deal. And the younger players only know about that because of the seniors. And now that you're in that role, before I talk about that with you, tell me about some of the seniors the last couple of years. Who was it that taught you what it meant to be a Wampus Cat?
Oh, man, I had some great seniors. Giovanni Johnson, for instance, he taught me so much. I think he has by far taught me the most from a senior. I had great people in front of me like Will McKenna, Nick Richmond. There were some great seniors for me. And then as I got older, I had Shane and Nick McEwen as my QB and wide receiver. So they all taught me so much, and I've gotten to learn so much from them.
All right, so now that the shoe's on the other foot and you're the leader, how does that feel?
It feels great. Ever since I was a sophomore, I felt like I needed to be a leader. And like me having those great seniors in front of me, it just made me grow up a lot faster. and I'm ready for it.
Absolutely. We've seen it on the field, and I know we see it off the field for those that are close to you. And obviously, college coaches are seeing it. I follow you on Twitter and Instagram, and so I see what's happening to you with the recruiting process. For those who don't know, talk about some of the interest that you've received.
I have offers from UCA, Air Force, Pitt State, NSU, and Henderson State so far, and they've all been great schools that I've been talking to, and I love them all.
And so what's that like? I mean, it's like you play football because you love it, but all of a sudden it's like, and I can do this in college. There's people that see me at that level.
Definitely. It feels really good to me. It makes me want to work harder, definitely, because I want to have a lot of offers and have a lot of places I can go to. And it's just very motivating, very motivating. It makes you want to do good in everything, be the best player in practice and on and off the field.
Well, whoever gets you is going to get a great one. I'm curious about your earliest memories of football. Did you grow up in Conway? Did you play youth football around here?
Oh, yeah. I played Optimist, flag football, everything like that. My dad was mainly my coach throughout my years. He actually went to UCA, so I've been here my whole life, really.
Okay. So what Optimist team did you play for?
I played for the Jets.
Played for the Jets. Yeah. That's a legendary Optimist team.
Yes, sir. With Coach Bowser.
That's right. That's right. Well, man, it's been fun to watch you play for 2 years. We're thrilled to watch you this year, and you represent Conway very well, and thank you for doing that. And we look forward to watching the rest of the senior campaign play out.
Thank you so much.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kennedy Smith, and I am so excited to be bringing the latest sports news to the Wampus Cat fan base this year. In this segment, I'll be updating you on the many sports we offer at Conway High School and highlighting their successes each week. To let you know a little bit about me, I'm a junior on the varsity cheer team, and I also enjoy being a part of Fellowship of Christian Athletes and the yearbook staff. Now, football isn't the only thing going on around Conway High School. As the academic year has officially begun, many sports have followed suit. The volleyball team had a great performance in their benefit game as they swept the Greenbrier Lady Panthers in just 3 sets last Thursday night. Following their first outing, they began their regular season in a home non-conference match against Russellville this week. Keep up the great work, ladies. The tennis team is busy with their season as they recently competed in a home match against the Searcy Lions. The girls won all of their matches and the boys had a great performance as well. This week, both teams competed in a tri-match against Van Buren and Heritage. Golf season is in full swing as the varsity teams have already competed in 4 tournaments. The girls are off to a rolling start as they have placed second in many of their tournaments so far. As expected, the Conway Wampus Cats have started the fall sports season off strong, and this is only just a preview of what our semester will look like. I'm Kennedy Smith, and this has been your weekly sports update. Go Cats!
And welcome back to Conway. We are live tonight for your Wampus Cat 2020 football season opener against the Fayetteville Bulldogs. And Conway got behind really quick in the first quarter, 14-0, Fayetteville jumping out. But then it was all Wampus Cats in the second quarter, 24 straight points from Conway.
Well, you know, they talk about tale of two halves. That was a tale of two different quarters in one half. So it was all Conway the second quarter. When you look at the stats from the first quarter into the second, Conway was completely flipped on the bottom side of it. As you look at the stats at halftime, Wampus Cats are looking at around 15 first downs with Fayetteville 12. That was way in Fayetteville's favor early on. They were marching up and down the field. We lead Fayetteville in yards passing and in rushes. So we've got 185 yards rushing. 185 yards passing, 150 rushing. And both of those stats, we lead Fayetteville. Completely turned the game around. And here's the big stat, really, in my mind. 4 turnovers for Fayetteville in the first half. Conway with 1.
Yeah, just 1 for Conway. 4 interceptions by this Conway defense. That last one, we weren't sure on the call there. It was actually Bryce Bohannon. I mentioned this in my story on Bryce this week for 501 Life. Of course, Bryce is our Conway representative for the 501 football team. And there had a line in there about if there's anything he can't do on a football field, we have not seen it yet, and he's proving it again tonight.
He's just a year older. He's doing the exact same things. He's kind of like an old guy like me. If you've ever watched Bugs Bunny, he's the Bugs Bunny cartoon where he played every position on the baseball field.
Yeah.
So it's Bryce Bohannon, right, left, defense, special teams, and then put him back at the very end there to make a play on a jump ball towards the end zone. And not only that, and I think we showed him at the halftime. He's just a fantastic young man.
Oh, absolutely.
Great family, and Bryce is gonna do a lot of good things in his life.
And a state champion. Haven't even mentioned that yet.
Basketball player.
Back in the spring, of course. And one other thing to note that happened at the end of the first half, we didn't hear about it until we had already gone to break. There was a personal foul assessed against number 53 for Fayetteville. That is Hank Kelly. I think he's one of their offensive linemen, starting right guard. And they will be assessing that here in the second half. Of course, Wampus Cats will receive. They deferred after winning the toss to start the game, so they'll have even better, potentially, field position, should have better field position once that penalty is assessed for the kickoff. Both teams back out on the field. A little under a minute to go here in halftime, and we will be getting back underway. Jamal Bethune, I'm going to call him out, 91 yards in that first half, including a touchdown run, and Bryce Bohannon, 85 yards leading the way, receiving with 5 catches. And you mentioned this during our break. We have passed the ball 28 times, and I made the comment, I wasn't trying to make a joke, but a year ago, or the last few years, really, that might have been 2 or 3 games before we passed the ball that many times.
Some of that due to just having a really good running game.
Oh yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. But really though, I mean, Ben Weiss has done a phenomenal job of moving around in the pocket, really getting a chance to give himself a chance for the guys to make some plays down the field. We've completed. When you look at it, we've completed balls all over the field. You've got quick outs happening. You've got quick slants happening. You've got a vertical game going on, and really has spread the ball around. I mean, Bryce took over on one of the drives, and they hit him up 3 times, and he's going to make his plays. And so Fayetteville knows that they're going to have to give him his on that. But you got Micah Mosby out there making some great plays. West Boudreaux making some great plays. Jamal Bethune has really done a number on them off tackle. On his rushing attempts. It's just been really a solid. I'd like to say it was a solid first half. It was a solid second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Will Frazier helping his front line of this kick return team, getting them set near the Fayetteville 35. That's not a usual place to have that front line start, but as we mentioned, that penalty to Hank Kelly being assessed here to start the second half kickoff from Fayetteville. So Thomas Needy will be kicking from their own 25-yard line. Bohannon and Jamal Bethune back to receive this kick. Needy kicking it deep. Bohannon's going to haul it in. Bryce Bohannon finding a little patch there in the middle, making a move, bouncing it out to the right. He's still on his feet, past the 50, past the 40, cutting back midfield. It's going to be a foot race. I'd put money on Bryce Bohannon. Touchdown, Conway.
Oh my gosh, 80 yards, and the blocking was fantastic for sure. But from about the our 40-yard line on, it was all Bryce Bohannon. He left people all over the field from the 40-yard line and then outran two guys to the end zone. Bryce Bohannon.
You called it, the Bryce Bohannon show. He made two moves around midfield and wowzer, turned on the boosters.
Yeah, boom.
Freshman kicker, he's gotten a lot of work tonight, and he's looked great. 31-14, Conway leading. 31 unanswered points for your Wampus Cats. 30 seconds, and we're back here on Conway Corp. It has been a wild 12 minutes and 19 seconds of game time here in Conway. Starting in the second quarter, in the first play here of the third quarter, Wampus Cats 31 unanswered points.
My attitude of football changed dramatically in that one quarter.
Mahina pinning them again over on this near corner. Ingram making a move. He's going to get it out around the 25.
He almost ran the returner into the sidelines. Just another phenomenal job by a freshman kicker. Really, really having a good game.
We keep talking about him, but he's had a lot of opportunities on the field tonight with the PATs. He's made a 27-yard field goal.
Well, you talked about it too pregame. Physically, he doesn't really look like a ninth grader either. He's a good-sized kicker.
Fayetteville going to try and look to respond here and end this scoring streak from Conway. Hand off to Ingram on his left side. Makes a move back in the middle, and he's swallowed up by Lee Vern Floyd.
Lee Vern has really held his own right there. Several tackles. I'd have to check his stats, but he has really been all up and down the line of scrimmage, not only in his position, but he's been making plays down the field as well.
Give him 6 tackles from our man Scott Stats Taylor. We haven't talked about him as much tonight just because we're physically distant. He's not right front and center with us, but he is still doing his job and nailing it for stats for us. Preston Prock getting a hand in there. There's going to be a flag coming in late on the backside. There was no gain on the play, but we'll have to see about the penalty marker.
That's a hold on their, I'm going to say their right tackle, as Preston was going to make the play regardless, but it was definitely a hold on the tackle there.
And you nailed it. That's what we're paying you for, Tim Roach.
Well, it was an excellent call, I'm going to tell you. It's a great call. Yeah, that backside pressure from Preston is making them, giving them second thoughts on how they're going to approach. They're going to the left now, trying to go to the left, trying to go away from Preston.
Subbing in on the defensive line, Kelvin Thomas comes in, and we're also seeing Garrett Sanders out there as Maurice Freeman is done for the game. He was ejected in the first half. Travion Banks trying to get him down, and speed there by McCone, rolling out, making something out of nothing. It's still going to be a negative play, but it could have been a lot worse.
It's going to be two guys that you're going to hear a lot from this whole year. One is Lee Vern Floyd, again, chasing him all the way into the end zone, and then you had Preston Prock pressured from the edge, almost got there, ran him out of bounds. That's about a 20-yard loss.
Yeah. Get out my calculator here. 3rd and 29 from their own 6-yard line.
Gone into a bit of a prevent defense here.
Cone trying to get some of the yardage back and maybe open it up for the punt. Conway's going to have to stop it, though, as Ingram's got a lot of room. He's going to gain about 15 yards on that play and make things a little bit easier for Needy, who's going to come in for another punt here tonight.
The screenplay was pretty well defended there. They were going to give them about 10 to 15 if they could. That's pretty much the limit on that. So 4th and 12 is not a bad spot to be in.
Boudreaux and Bohannon back to receive the punt. Fayetteville punting from their own 22-yard line. 10:05 to go. High punt from Needy. Boudreaux calling fair catch, and he's going to haul it in right about the 47-yard line. Wampus Cats scoring on the kickoff return from Bryce Bohannon to start the third quarter, and they're going to have great field position here.
Boy, defensively, they've made some changes to the running game, to their addressing the runs coming to the right side, they're forcing them to the left. And against Satania has not really been a factor thus far.
Dylan Silverman Barnes in at receiver here on the near side. Just out of frame. Weiss with the fake. He's going to find the biggest target on the field, and Jaden Williams making a move and taking it down near the 30-yard line.
Well, now you expect a mismatch with Jaden Williams on a cornerback, but what you don't expect is to have you see him running away from the cornerback. Boy, what an athlete. He's a weapon.
I doubt there will be a team this year that will be able to defensively match up with him. Gonna have a false start here against the offense after the big play. We've seen that a few times tonight.
Yeah, it looked like we got loose on the edge there a little quickly. Sometimes when you move this fast, especially early in the year, you might get out of cadence here and there. Yeah.
Well, and you talked about it, just the not as much time to really be together and get that rhythm established, and then on top of all that, a brand new offense for this team. First time we've had a new offense installed since 2009. Weiss fumbles the snap. He's going to fall down on it. Going to have another negative yardage play here. It's going to be about 3rd and 17.
Seen a couple of those exchanges, not as clean as they should be, but again, it's that snap seemed to be okay. A little bit low maybe, but again, a good athlete's going to recover and make a good play to get you out of a problem.
Still in Fayetteville territory, so you can pick some of it up back here. Weiss finds Bohannon on the left. He's making a move back into the middle, juking and jiving, and he's going to pick up a first down. It's all Bryce Bohannon here in the third quarter.
I mean, if you're not going to catch it in space, you're going to make your own space. And that's what Bryce Bohannon does. As soon as he catches the ball, he's looking to make things happen. Quick feet, just instincts beyond his age.
1st and 10 for Conway. A little bit of a delayed handoff there to Jamal Bethune. Looked like he might have been trying to get a little read there.
Back out. Yeah, a little bit of a read option there for Bethune, and Bethune really wanted the ball a lot, and I think Ben had thoughts of pulling it out and trying to roll out. So, good news is when you see that happen, you see the ball on the ground a lot. So that's good that at least it stayed on.
Bethune well on his way to a 100-yard game tonight. Another mishandled snap. Weiss falls on it again. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Conway.
Again, brand new center and, really a brand new quarterback.
Yeah.
You're going to have some exchanges that are not as clean as they should be, obviously, but this week will be a good corrective time. I'm sure there'll be a lot of snaps going on in the practice times. Yeah.
Absolutely. Nicholas Childress, junior starting center tonight. See what they do here on 3rd down. Weiss, miscommunication out on the far side with Micah Mosby. Looks like he was throwing it out and Mosby was running a post pattern.
Miscommunication there. So the last 3 plays didn't look as solid. Obviously a little bit of a problem there Again, when you're going fast, it's the same thing, and they're going to get used to it. Hope everybody can appreciate the fact that this is their first time in the office. We're going to go for it.
Yeah, 4th and 15, maybe just out of field goal range. Weiss looking to his left, he's going to roll right. He's looking for Jamal Bethune. No, he's got a wide open Wampus cat. It's Barnes.
Wow.
Thought he was looking at Bethune, but he had Dylan Silverman Barnes running wide open. And he just lofted it up there perfectly.
This is a case where Ben Weiss, because of his athleticism, made that play happen. He extended out. He got all the way to the boundary before making a throw. And by that time, we had a guy wide open in the end zone.
Well, this is another thing you're going to see with this Wampus Cat team, a much more aggressive offense. Going for it on 4th and 15 and converting. 38-14, your Wampus Cats lead the number 5 ranked Fayetteville Bulldogs. 7:30 to go here in the third quarter. 30 seconds and we're back here on Conway Corp.
Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home.
Welcome back to Centennial Bank Field here at John McConnell Stadium. Conway up 38-14 with 7:30 remaining here in the third quarter. And you had the note of the break, Tim. What has happened to Satania? We haven't had to worry about him much tonight, and we're kind of wondering what has this Conway defense been doing to contain him. Ingram going to take the kickoff. And he's going to be stopped near the 25-yard line.
Good tackle there with Ingram coming back, and I'm not sure he's been the deep option for them. So they're getting serious about their return yards. If you want to feel good about the Wampus Cats, and I'm sure that you are, leading by a score of 38-14, it's always good to look over to YouTube and see Reed Hughes saying hello from Auburn. So, hey, Reed, hope things are going well in Auburn.
Man, oh man, miss seeing that guy in the middle of this Wampus Cat defense, but these new linebackers stepping up, playing good tonight as well.
I'm sure he's proud.
Yeah. McCone handing off to Ingram. He makes a man miss. He's going to be taken down by our man Jones, or Coleman. Jerry Coleman had the interception in the first half.
A little slow to get up there. Pretty solid tackle by Coleman, and again, Ingram, what he did there in the backfield is what we knew would happen. He's going to make some guys miss. Noah Trapman had him dead to rights, but made a good move, but Coleman came in and helped his guy.
Yeah, Ingram having trouble getting up off the field. We're going to go ahead and take an injury timeout here. 60 seconds, and we're back here on Conway Corp.
Centennial Bank builds relationships. That's why our bankers roll up their sleeves to support Conway and Faulkner County. They are folks you know and value for mortgages, business loans, and all your personal banking needs. Community involvement and exceptional service from people you know. That's the Centennial Bank way. Centennial Bank's legacy started right here in Conway and is still growing. Centennial Bank, building legacies, one relationship at a time.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has the service you need. Whatever the automotive problem, Helton's has the diagnostics to repair it. If you're moving across town or across country, Helton's is your #1 choice for U-Haul in Conway. We have a wide selection of packing supplies for every aspect of your move. Also, we sell and install hitches. Call 327-469-6 for a quote. At Helton's Wrecker U-Haul, we are always on our toes. Give us a call at 327-7681.
Ingram was able to walk off the field on his own accord, and Fayetteville taking over now, 2nd and 6. Cone handing off to Hudson. He's making a few people miss, and he's breaking out for a first down over on the left side. Conway trying to chase him down. He's going to get all the way near the 50.
Ethan Winningham almost had him in the backfield. Had got one good arm on him, but couldn't bring him down.
6:54 remaining here in the third quarter. That's the first positive play that Fayetteville's had in a while.
Fresh legs in the backfield.
Hudson averaged 10.5 yards per carry a year ago in limited action. He takes this one over near the 50.
Hudson around that left edge, but he was tripped up at the line by
Troy Wiseman.
But he falls forward.
Again, our secondary is doing a good job of getting low on these running backs. That's where you're going to have to go, because if you stay up high, they're going to wiggle out.
Senior Nick Miller checking back in, spelling Preston Prock. Second and 6 for the Bulldogs. Handoff again to Hudson. He's almost met in the backfield by Miller. And he turns it into another positive gain. He's going to set up third and short for Fayetteville.
We're getting a guy back there to kind of disrupt it. The last couple of plays, not able to make the tackle, but when you do that, you kind of throw out the motion of the play, and you're hopefully giving a guy on the back end a chance to make a good play.
3rd and 4. Trips to the right. McCone going to roll right. And he's just going to keep it himself to pick up the first down. He's pushed out of bounds down the 43-yard line. Fayetteville moving into Conway territory now.
Back of the backfield, chased out of bounds by number 50, Troutman.
Banks.
Enough for a Bulldog first down.
Floyd and Kelvin Thomas in on the defensive line now. Tyler Garlington defending near side at corner. Handoff to Hudson, right side, lots of room. Waller getting contact, trips him up out of bounds. He had a lot of space on that right side.
Yeah, that was a good play call there. Got us off the edge. A little bit back on our heels on the defense right now, but he's got a good cut. We didn't see a lot of him in the first half or so with Ingram back there, but he's got a good stick.
Senior Noah Troutman limping off the field. Fayetteville getting some positive momentum here. Hand off to Hudson on the right side again. Up comes Tyler Garlington. He's able to get down to his legs. Short gain for Fayetteville.
Looks like Casey Dick's offense, they're trying to find something that's just going to work at this point, and what's working is the run off the right-hand side, back where they were in the first half. But they're able to get the right off of the edge and get positive yards. They're only a couple of 2-3 yards. Had that one covered up pretty well.
Justin Logue checking in for Fayetteville. Cone making a man miss, and he's looking for Logue. Man, we have been so close so many times tonight.
Well, and you know, we're coming up really fast. That's what we're doing, and not necessarily breaking down at the moment. And so he's making a good move. His feet are good. He's able to sidestep there, but that was Jaden Robinson getting a really good run at him. But still, even though he sidestepped, he caused the throw to go offline.
Third and 8. You know, Fayetteville wants to get 6 here, not 3. Fake handoff, and he's going to be hit immediately over there by Traylon McClure. As McCone was targeting Logue. Not going to be enough for a first down.
It's 4th down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'll go for it here. Down 24 with 5 minutes left in the third.
Call it 4th and 4 at their own 19, or at the Conway 19. Cone rolling out to the left, throws it up, and it's incomplete, out of bounds. Your Wampus Cats are going to take it over on downs.
well defended there, not only in the defensive secondary, but our defensive line really laid that out all the way to the boundary. Really nothing there for him. He had no option to either throw it out of bounds or throw an interception.
Conway defense giving up some big plays on that drive, but showing up big on 4th and 4. It's time for this red-hot Wampus Cat offense to pick it back up. 2 receivers to each side. Weiss looking left. He's going to throw one up for Silverman Barnes. Just underthrows it a little bit. It's almost picked off.
Floated that one up there a little bit. He was behind a little bit, and but really that pass had to be spot on. Ended up with 2 defenders in the location. So yeah, to your point, it was probably likely that we weren't picked off there.
Bohannon, Boudreaux, and Williams. Near side, just out of frame. Micah Mosby, far side. Fakes the handoff, and Weiss is just going to keep it himself, and he's going to pick up 5 yards, running it out to the right.
Good run there. I couldn't tell if it was just a missed handoff or if it was a read option, but it was either way, a really good move by Weiss.
Call that a 4-yard rush from Weiss. It'll be 3rd and 6. Same formation. Getting the call in from Kelly. Boogie Carr going to line up offset behind Weiss to his left. Going to fake the handoff. Quick pass over to Williams across the middle and just out in front of him a little bit. 4th and 7 coming up for Conway.
That was almost a long play. Just a little bit out in front, really a good throw. Jaden gave it his best shot there. Had that wide open, that was going to go for a long way. Even with a big guy like Jaden Williams, he can really move for a big guy.
So bring out Waller to punt again tonight. Conway punting from their own 22. Kittle back to receive for Fayetteville. And that's going to be a flag against Conway, delay of game.
Prior to the snap, delay of game on the kicking team.
Back it up 5 more yards.
Penalty, still 4th down.
Coaches never like penalties. They're really not going to like that one. Don't want to back us up any further.
And Fayetteville going to bring Kittle off and put Ingram back in. Guess he is recovered from his dust up earlier. Waller gets the punt off. It's high. Ingram going to call for the fair catch right around the 49. There's a flag in the backfield. Let's see if we have maybe running into the punter or roughing the punter.
I have a feeling it's going to be running into. Waller did not go down, but he made contact with him.
38-14, Conway leads, 4:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tim Roach had it right. It's going to be running into the kicker. Conway will decline. Choose not to kick again.
You know, most punters, that's what they do for a living is make people throw flags that are really not what they seem to be. But unfortunately, Ashton is a hard stick out there. He's not gonna play around. He's not gonna go down with a little tap.
Well, yeah, you don't see many punters also lining up in the secondary for your defense. So.
That's exactly right.
Speaking of the secondary, Jerry Coleman out there again.
Trey Roberts out as well.
Cone looking left. They're going to set up a quick bubble screen over there. Pick up 6 or 7 yards as Fayetteville takes it out of bounds. Hayes Robinson with the reception.
Trey Roberts came up. I think it's his first play on defense. Junior. Fantastic young man, but he made a really good play there. Came up in a bubble screen spot.
Handoff to Ingram on the right side. He's got room. He makes a cut inside, making Conway defenders miss, and that's going to be a quick 6 for Fayetteville. Flag in the backfield, right around the 40-yard line. We'll see if this one comes back. That's going to be a hold against Fayetteville. Tough break for the Bulldogs. But maybe that's why he was so wide.
Yeah, there's the reason why. Now, he's a talented back, obviously, and he can make some space. And that's the play that, has been threatened to pop pretty much all game long. But he got a little help there. Good call by the official.
Number 53.
One thing we haven't mentioned tonight, we've mentioned a lot of changes with the broadcast, and a lot of changes on the field. Another cool change that we're excited about is these games are going to be rebroadcast on Cox Sports Television Sunday afternoons following the Friday night games. So 1 p.m. on Sundays. That's channel 148 if you're here in Conway. If you're sharing this news with family members that are out of Conway, have them check their local listings.
CST.
2nd and 12 for Fayetteville. McCone, lots of time. He's going to get a quick pass out to Kittle. He's quickly wrapped up after a 4-yard gain.
That was Jaden Robinson there. I mean, again, not necessarily built like what you would call a linebacker, but he's not really playing a linebacker position.
Right.
He's really out there in the flats, out in space. He's making speed plays pretty much all over the field. Doesn't look like, just like Preston and Garrett Sanders, doesn't really look like a sophomore.
3rd and 8. Cone getting chased down by Robinson. Rolling out to his right. He's going to run. And it is a hard hit near the first down marker.
That stuck it.
Ethan Winningham.
Yeah, Ethan Winningham, number 97. Yeah, and Marcavis stuck it.
Coming up to make that play, and they're going to hold him short. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 42-yard line. Cone hands off to Hudson. He's going to pick up the first down, taken down by 3 Wampus Cat defenders.
Preston Prock, Ashton Waller are both in there on the tackle.
First down.
Kelvin Thomas and Lever and Floyd checking back in on the defensive line. Not quite as deep on that line as they were a year ago, but still pretty good rotation. 2 receivers to the left for McCone. He's going to hand it off to Hudson. Hudson going to get another first down and then some. He's taken down by McClure right around the 15.
They're finding some success right off of the edge. They're not really going up the middle. It's really right off the tackle on both the right and left-hand side. So they've got a scheme and something that they like in terms of that matchup. But that's where they're finding space.
2:15 and ticking here in the 3rd quarter. Fayetteville just trying to get on the board. Hand off to Hudson. He's met by Robinson.
Well, that's once again a really good tackle there off that edge. That's been popping quite a bit on this drive and really in the first half. Jaden Robinson filling in the gap, bringing him down after just a 2-yard gain.
Jerry Coleman spelling Tyler Garlington again at corner. He'll be on Satania. Cone's going to hand off to Hudson on the left side, and he is tackled in the backfield by Troy Wiseman.
Yeah, Troy's not very tall. He's a good basketball player, by the way. Really good athlete. He knows what to do with this running back. Go low, grab those ankles, and wrap. Really good tackle. Open field tackle. That's hard to do.
It's one of the things I always think about with the Clint Ashcraft era, and it's followed suit here in the Keith Fempel era as well. The crossover we're seeing between these athletes, between baseball and football and basketball. It's always fun to see those multi-talented athletes. Pass batted down by Preston Prock as they were sniffing out that screen pass to the left. It's going to bring up 4th and 10 for Fayetteville.
Yeah, not only is that a good athletic move by Preston, but that's just a football play. He could, you could tell by the way he was running after the quarterback that he knew what play was coming, that they were going to come back. The ball never really got out of the quarterback's hand before it was batted back. Another huge 4th down for Fayetteville if they want to try to get back in the ball game.
Hayes Robinson checking in at receiver on the near side. Fayetteville has 3 receivers to the right. McCone looking that direction. He's going to go right in the middle, but he overthrows Jalen Blackburn in the end zone. Conway, 2nd possession in a row, holding suit on 4th down. Another turnover on downs by Fayetteville.
Really some good coverage. We had a zone matchup there. Darius Hayes made a good play on the ball. There was really nothing open there. Once again, and the last time they had a 4th down play down on this end of the field, just didn't have any options.
Slightly different formation here. It's got Jaden Williams kind of in a more traditional tight end spot. They're going to hand off to Bethune, who's met in the backfield quickly.
Yeah, that's Caden Turner there. I think he probably felt like we were going to be running the ball there, and he didn't hold back. He just blitzed, pretty much a run blitz there.
2nd and 13.
Back to 4 receivers. Mosby and Boudreaux, far side. Williams and Bryce Bohannon. Bethune in the backfield with Weiss. 2nd and 13. Weiss looking to the right, quick out to Mosby. He's going to pick up 5 yards, make this 3rd down a little more manageable.
And pass complete to Mosby on the outside, brought down by number 11, Sebastian Rodriguez. It brings up 3rd.
There wasn't a real opportunity to slip out of that tackle. It was just a really good catch and throw.
Goes out of bounds, so that does stop the clock with 3 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. So we will have one more play. Trips left. Weiss rolling out right, trying to set up another screen. Fayetteville sniffing that out. That's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3, Conway, 38 unanswered points. They lead 38-14 over Fayetteville as we head into the 4th quarter. 60 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
Take it outside, boys!
Johnson's down the right side. He crosses into a corner and shoots. Oh, brilliant.
You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Tell your insurance provider you choose All Clean USA.
Mom said take it outside.
You're watching Conway Corp Channel 5 and 585, Conway's source for local community programming. Here you'll find the Wampus Cats, Conway City Council, here and there featuring local events, burn and breathe that will get your heart rate up and down. Find new adventures on a wave for a day or grab your sketch pad and draw with Mr. Foy's easel. Plus, learn more about Conway Corp store. We're creating original programming with Conway in mind on Conway Corp Channel 5 and 585.
It's a 14-point 3rd quarter for your Wampus Cats. Leading it off with a big kick return on a short field for Bryce Bohannon. Conway set to punt here to start the 4th quarter. Another clean snap to Waller. It's going to go out of bounds near the 46. So good field position coming up for Fayetteville. Tim, any stats sticking out to you from the 3rd quarter?
Yeah, the 3rd quarter, with a couple of those sustained drives that they had, it didn't end up in points, by the way, and that's the huge stat. There was no scoring by the Bulldogs in the 3rd quarter, but they did catch up on 1st downs. 18-17, Conway still leads there. 148 yards passing for Fayetteville, 251 for Conway. So we're still letting it out.
It was definitely one of those quarters where it felt like Fayetteville scored a couple times.
But they had every opportunity. But and what a great job by the defense. I mean, had their backs against the wall both times, came up big on fourth down.
The Bulldogs continuing to try to get something going here in the second half. 4 receivers. Cone, he's going to almost get swallowed up. He rolls left, going to get it out quick to Satania. Satania going to be taken down near the 25. So McComb continuing to make things happen with his legs and buying some time.
He's living right. We've had him dead to right several times. Just can't close the deal. Made a great play there, McComb did, and finally found Satania for a good 12-yard pass.
First and 10 from the 26. They're going to hand off to Hudson. Hudson making a move over on the left. Gain of 6. We talked about Satania. That was just his 3rd reception of the game, but only around a little over 30 yards. This Conway defense has done their best to keep him from making some big plays. Second and 5. Cohen hands off to Hudson again. He just goes straight up the middle. It's going to be enough for a first down.
That was an interesting play. He didn't really run into the gap very hard, just kind of tippy-toed in, but moved the pile enough to be able to get a first down there.
This Fayetteville offense has felt like it's had the momentum here in the second half, but no points to show for it. A busted play there, and there's going to be a flag in the backfield. It's number 18 for Conway coming up to make the play. Dalen Parker, senior.
He's a backup, but boy, he doesn't play like when he is all gas, no brakes on the defensive side.
It's going to be a hold against Fayetteville. You mentioned off air before the game started, all these linebackers got new starters: Maurice Freeman, Noah Troutman, 2 sophomores, and Jaden Robinson and Preston Prock. But you talked about all these backups: Dalen Parker, Garrett Sanders, Tavis Taylor, Nick Miller. We've heard all of those names tonight, and you said we would.
There's 8 players there that could really, any one of them could start. They're filled. It's linebacker U once again.
Yeah, linebacker
U. It's a Jeff Matthews-ism.
I'm taking it. First and 23 for Fayetteville after the penalty. Cohen rolling out to the right. Could have been another holding penalty there as well. He gets the pass off, and they're going to say he got a foot down in bounds. So a gain of about 10 or 11 there.
It's hard to go back-to-back holding calls, but probably could have been one call there, but no call nonetheless, and really a good throw by McCone after he got some time to throw by rolling out to the boundary.
Second and 13 coming up for Fayetteville. 10:26 to go here in this first game of the 2020 season. Cohen's going to look left, passes over the middle. He's going to get a connection there with Satania all the way down to the 1-yard line.
That's a good throw. And Satania, you know, you knew he was eventually going to get some plays. Just a really good catch, good route.
First down for the Bulldogs, first and goal from the inside of the 3.
First and goal, let's call it at the 2-yard line. Hudson in the backfield. They're going to hand off to him. He's going to go right up the middle. And they're going to call it a 2-yard touchdown run from Hudson. Fayetteville ending the 38-point scoring barrage from Conway. Now trailing 38-20 with 9:59 to go.
It looked like right there, it looked like a defense that was a little bit tired. You know, some tackles that before we were making in the backfield and getting done quick, but looked a little tight there.
They've been on the field a lot in this second half. Needy's extra point attempt is up and good. 38-21, Fayetteville cutting the lead to 17. We're under 10 minutes to play in this home opener for your Wampus Cats. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
Community is everywhere. Banking where you are, when you need it. On any device. At home, and wherever you play. We're committed to offering excellent service, competitive rates, and convenience in each of our 27 locations and beyond. Visit our website and discover how we can help your community at First Community Bank, where community is everything.
Remember, the official sponsor of the Conway Wampus Cats.
And we're back in Conway, 9:59 to go here in the game. Deanna Smith checking in on Facebook. Let's go Wampus Cats. Well, they have been going since the second quarter on.
It's been a great run. Ended there. Defense looked a little tired, and one of the downsides of having an offense that goes really fast, if you go really fast in 3 plays and you turn the ball back over, your defense can get a little gassed. And so it would be great if we could see this offense still work at the pace that they're used to. Don't want to get out of doing something that you're not used to, for sure. But if you can find a way to sustain this drive just a bit, you get time off the clock, and that's valuable, right? We're up, 17 at this point. You want the clock to move, but also you want to give the defense a little bit of time. Like you mentioned earlier, a little bit thin on the defensive line. They're gassed.
Yep.
And so it looked like that a couple of plays.
Can always reach out to us on Twitter, 5 Sports Live, 5 Sports on Facebook, and chat with us in the YouTube chat as well. We've loved hearing from you tonight. Several people checking in. Conway's going to have possession here. 9:56 to go in the game. And like you said, Tim, it would be really nice if you could have a nice long drive here.
You might see, I don't know that you will. I mean, Coach Kelly, it's our first year with him, so we're not sure on tendencies. I watched Cersei play, and they never let up. But in this spot here, you might take a little bit more time. Who knows?
One thing we haven't seen that we saw Cersei do quite a bit a year ago was the Wildcat formation. Have not seen that yet tonight.
No.
Don't know if Conway's going to be running that or not. Pass out in the flats to Wes Boudreaux. Some positive. I don't know. They're going to say he was unable to pull that in. So incomplete pass.
Well, they gave it to him. Yeah. A little unclear on the call there, but I think he finally decided to let him
like we had different calls coming from each side of the field. I should have trusted the near side judges. That's where the play was happening. So 2nd and 5. Conway at the 24. Clock ticking.
Yeah, Kelly's working a little bit of clock now.
Yeah, still getting up to the line quickly, but letting the play clock run down into single digits. Haven't seen that much tonight. Handoff. Nope. Another fake. Weiss is going to take it out to the right. He's going to get tackled in the backfield. Loss of 3 yards on the play. A lot of whistles.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly where that's coming from. Oh, we've got a flag on the far side of the field.
Okay. Still waiting on the call here.
Yeah, it's going to be on the Wampus Cats. I'm not sure exactly. It could have been motion.
Illegal motion. Number 21 on the offense. The penalties decline. 3rd down.
Fast feet. Wes Boudreaux, fast feet. I'm going to call it that he really wasn't in motion. It was just that fast.
Yeah, just that fast. Legal motion against Conway. Fayetteville declines. 3rd and 8 for your Wampus Cats. Looking over, finds Bryce Bohannon in the middle on the slant. Making a move. More than enough for the 1st down and some.
Did you ever find yourself saying, Bryce, just get down? I mean, it's just, he's so fundamentally sound and so unbelievable in the open space.
We've got another injured Bulldog out on the field. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. Well, no, they're getting him up pretty quick out there.
That almost looked like a little bit of a cramp.
Luke Jansky walking off on his own, son of Steve Jansky, former Heber Springs coach.
Really good player, too. Really, really solid linebacker. He knows one speed, and that's all out.
I love learning the football lingo. He's listed at the dog position.
That's a made-up position by Fayetteville. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they took some liberties there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's more of like our bandit type thing, but
could be. But I think they did that on their own.
Trips right for Conway. 1st and 10. Another flag coming here. Things have gotten a little messy here in the second half. Encroachment against Fayetteville, so add 5 yards to Conway.
Not a lot of penalties on the Bulldogs this evening. They've been pretty good about keeping it clean. That one helped.
It did. 9:05 to go. Wampus Cats trying to get some time off the board here in the 4th quarter, nursing a 17-point lead. They scored 38 unanswered points from the 2nd quarter on.
It was a barrage.
Happened real fast. 4 turnovers for Fayetteville and big plays on special teams for Conway. Jamal Bethune getting positive yardage here out of nothing. Flag thrown right near Bethune.
Could be either a hold or a face mask. I'm not sure which.
Up the middle.
He was hit in the backfield, and he was able to turn it into maybe a gain of a yard.
2nd down, but there is a flag on the play.
It's going to be holding against Conway.
Be a spot foul, it looks like.
Holding for 55 on the offense. Penalties 10 yards from the spot.
10 yards from the spot. Repeat 1st down. Be 1st. Let's call it 12. 8:37 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know there's probably a lot of you that wanted to be here in the stadium tonight. With all the new rules and the new world we're living in, we're glad we can be the eyes and ears for you. 1st and 11. Handoff to Bethune right up the middle. He's going to fall forward for a gain of around 4.
What a good hard run that is. I mean, that's to me, that's where Bethune is really going to be trouble for the opposition this year. Is late in the game. You got the strength, you got the big legs. He's a downhill runner. That's just a tough load to carry.
Coach Fempel mentioned it in his coach's interview this week. He's gotten so strong in the offseason, benching over 300 pounds, squatting over 500. Quick screen out to Wes Boudreau. He's going to get close to that 1st down marker.
That pass complete to Boudreau, cuts inside, wrapped up by Jackson Elkins.
Boudreau coming up
3rd down.
gingerly on that left ankle.
Player down.
That's going to send in Nathan Moix, senior wide receiver, coming in. You mentioned the Fayetteville defender down, and also a flag on that play. Another illegal motion.
Wow.
So that's going to repeat 2nd down, add 5 more yards to it.
Wow. Going to see that a few times. I mean, you really are, again, with the pace and with how the snap runs. Our guys are getting used to it. No excuses there, but it's just a, it's early in the season. You're going to have a few of these. You just try to minimize them as best you can.
Nathan Moix checking in. You can see him right at the bottom of your screen. Number 10, a senior. Had 9 receptions for 80 yards a year ago.
How much do you like seeing Jaden Williams in a slot position? Is that not a great thing?
Another handoff to Bethune. He's going to fall forward again. Looked a lot similar to that run he had just a few plays ago. Yeah, you mentioned Jaden Williams out there. One of the things Bryce said in his feature this week that I did for 501 was, they're doing a good job of getting more playmakers on the field at the same time. That's a big difference that he's seen, at least from his perspective. And he's like, you got to love Jaden Williams out there. Getting to put a block out on a corner that nobody wants to see. 6'5" of Jaden Williams coming in to block it.
It's a game changer, it really is.
Going back to that formation with Williams, more of a tight end role. They're going to pull left, and Bethune gets a 1st down and a little bit more.
Well, right on cue, Levi. Jaden Williams lined up in a traditional H-back there, came across the line of scrimmage, and Bethune went right behind him. Jaden Williams took the end out about 4 yards out of the play. I mean, it's just a hard matchup.
You had Williams and Nick DeBoard both pulling there. Nick DeBoard, a junior, starting at right tackle this season.
He is a beast of a young man, by the way. He's very aggressive.
The clock continues to tick. Successful possession here for Conway. Giving it to Bethune yet again. He's got to be over 100 yards by now.
I'm going to give, while we're talking about Nick DeBoard, let's talk a little bit about Nick Childress and Sean Tufu. They're really, I mean, that's 3 or 4 yards, but that's a big spot here. Fayetteville knows we're going to run. They know pretty much where we're going. We're a one-back set. You get 4 yards, 3 or 4 yards on the first play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's absolute gold. And so Nick Childress, Sean Tufu, really, and Sean Tufu is a sophomore playing left tackle. You don't see that very often.
A lot of responsibility for the sophomore. 112 for Bethune, and he's going to get more right here. He's going to get another first down for your Wampus Cats.
Again, giving some love here to the front line guys. They've been at it all game long, and this is a tough battle. Fayetteville's defensive line is one of their strengths. They've had a lot of experience back on their defense there. We're not the biggest offensive line you're going to run into, and in this offense, it's not necessarily what you want to have. You want to have guys that can really be mobile. So DeBoard, Childress, Jacoby Ekman, Colby London, Sean Tufu. Boy, they've been playing well tonight. Really good job, guys.
Another handoff to Bethune, right up the middle, give him another 3 yards. We talked a little bit in the first half. No Manny Smith tonight. Of course, he got injured. Was it Meet the Cats or was it the scrimmage with Morrilton?
Scrimmage against Morrilton, first play.
First play of the game, and he tweaked an ankle, and they're going to be careful giving him enough time to come back. Of course, you don't really need him for these non-conference games. Such a dynamic athlete, but we'll be glad to see when he's back on the field.
I think we'll be a little bit. We could probably be a little bit better with him out there as well. I mean, but you want him available. Bethune has absolutely had a tremendous game. He's going to be there all year long.
And Boogie Carr's had a few good carries as well. Bethune getting met in the backfield. Almost back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 1, 4th and 8. Coming up for your Wampus Cats.
Third down for the Cats.
Excuse me, third down.
That's an important down. That's at least another 35, 40 seconds off the clock, and we're still 3+, but we're going to be, unless they start calling timeouts, we're going to be at the 3-minute mark when this is done if we don't get it here.
Fayetteville, still all 3 timeouts. Weiss is going to keep this time. He's running right behind Bethune. Give him a yard or two. Going to bring up 4th and 6. We're going to be under 3 minutes by the time we run this next play. Conway offense staying on the field.
It'll be
just outside of field goal range for Mejia.
Good spot to, again, run some clock here. And you might see the ball go up in the air here.
Weiss looking to the left. He's going to find Bohannon over the middle. Just overthrows him a tad. Bohannon trying to make a play there, so it's going to be turnover on downs for Conway. Fayetteville will take over at the 26.
Here's the reason why even though he missed him and he was there, the throw being tall like that, there's only one guy that's going to get a chance, and that's Bryce Bohannon, or it's going to land in the end zone. So you didn't turn the ball over and maybe get a run back at that point. So an okay decision there, I think.
And I would still classify this as a good possession for Conway because you milked almost 7 minutes off the clock.
Just what we talked about. One thing we needed was a sustained drive. Even if it didn't end up in points, you took some valuable time off, and our defense got a little rest.
Trey Hill, Trey Banks on that defensive line. Jerry Coleman back in the secondary. Cone, lots of time. He goes over the middle to Satania. It's going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage there. I kind of figured they would go long, but Satania broke it off down the middle on kind of a inside slant route, and but really nothing there.
2nd and 10 coming up for Fayetteville. Ingram checking back in. 2 receivers to each side from a Cone. Pump fake. He's getting chased down by those Conway defensive linemen. He's going to run out to the right side and gain about 3 or 4 yards.
Once again, putting pressure on the outside, making him go to a boundary. This time there was nobody open, but still a really good play by Trey Hill there. Also, number 90, Desmond Wilson, getting a good pressure move there. Forcing mistakes or forcing a bad throw. Okay with either one of those outcomes.
Gone about 8 or 9 deep on the defensive line tonight. Cone looking to his left. Pressure coming up, and they finally wrap him up.
Yeah, Garrett Sanders.
Garrett Sanders.
Sophomore, playing a little bit in this kind of defense. He's playing a little bit of a weak side linebacker position, maybe kind of a bandit that like Proc is playing. But he came off the edge there, and there was really no chance. But we finally got to him.
Sophomore with the sack. It's going to bring up 4th and 11. We're under 2 minutes to play left in the game. Fayetteville's going to go for it here. Cone looking left. He's going to throw it short over to Logue around the middle, and Conway is going to take over with great field position. Minute 46 remaining.
I kind of thought Traylon McClure was hurt there as he was hobbling off the field, but that was some kind of funky dance he was putting on. So
he's still doing it.
Still dancing, yeah, and I don't blame him. Listen, after the first quarter, you still had 3 quarters left, a lot of time, but still, really an unbelievable job by the defense, offense, special teams. Everybody contributed tonight.
Showed up in all 3 phases, and McClure still dancing. Coleman joined him a little bit. And now we got to back up in at quarterback as it's senior Michael Hardaway. Hands off to Bethune. Bethune getting another 3 yards to his total. 139 and ticking away.
Yeah, we don't see that.
Brought down by number 67.
Got a lineman limping off the field. That's sophomore Sean Tufu.
Just walking gingerly. I wouldn't think it's a big deal. He's just putting some weight on it now.
Kobe London subbing in for him at left tackle. He's been kind of all over tonight.
Played every position.
Another handoff to Bethune over on the left side, and he's gonna dive forward close to a first down.
I mean, there's just no quit in that guy. There's one thing to be downhill, but if you're going to bear crawl your way to close to a first down with, a minute to go in the ball game and up 17, that's the kind of player he is. A lot of heart there.
3rd and 1. Clock is ticking. We're under a minute. Boogie Carr checking in.
Will Vent checking in the ball game. Giving Jaden much needed break. Maybe a little clock issue here.
Please reset the game clock to 55 seconds. It will be a 25-second snap clock.
Okay, all right.
Resetting the clock here. 55 seconds on the clock and a fresh play clock here. 3rd and 1. Michael Hardaway in at quarterback. Sophomore Boogie Carr in the backfield with him.
We said Will Vent playing the H again for Jaden.
Hand off to Boogie, and he's not able to make it happen as he's hit by 4 Bulldogs
That boogie didn't dance as much as it has been, but he protecting the ball. I mean, again, Wampus Cats are going to win this ball game, but you got to do the little things, and protecting the ball is really a good move there.
And that's going to do it for this one. Is 15 seconds to go here, and play clock ticking away. The Wampus Cats in the 2020 season opener against the number 5 ranked Fayetteville Bulldogs. An onslaught in the second and third quarters, 38 unanswered points. And they're going to take the victory 38-21. What a second quarter and second half. This Conway defense, 4 turnovers. Celebration looks a little bit different here tonight with the social distancing and can't go to the
sparse
student
band
section. Yeah, sparse band, but they're still celebrating hard out there and well deserved.
I can't be prouder of our young men. Obviously, both sides have faced a lot of adversity. Everybody has, and so there are bigger things in life than football. But this is important for these young guys. They've worked hard. They've had to work individually. They made it happen. And when you're down 14-0 after one quarter, to then bounce back and put up 38 straight and hold them to really nothing until late in the game, just an amazing job by the kids, by the coaching staff. And, a big shout-out to the fans that came out tonight.
Yeah, so many changes, and your Wampus Cats handled them well. I'll give you a little bit of time to see if you got final stats from Scott Stats Taylor over there. And
take a look.
Do want to make the announcement. I don't think we mentioned it during the game, but really good idea going around the last few weeks of trying to host senior night as early as possible if you can. Of course, we don't know how much football we'll get to play this year. We'll be here for all of it as long as they're on the field. Conway Corp will be bringing it to you. But we did get the announcement today that Conway is going to move up their senior night to their second game, which, of course, is next week, playing host to Bentonville. So we'll get a chance to honor these seniors. You just never know how the rest of the season is going to play out.
It's really a good idea, I believe. I mean, you to your point, you never really know, and they need to get some recognition for the work that they've done for not only for this year but for the years that they've been here. The stats kind of evened out a little bit from an offensive perspective in the second half. We didn't score. Did we even score in the second half? Can't recall.
We scored 14 points in the third quarter.
Third quarter, right?
Yep.
So here's the deal. But we held them to 7 from the first quarter on. The stats. This is one of those ones where you look at the stats and go, well, that looks like an even ball game. But what doesn't show is what we did defensively, and really, I mean, they moved the ball up the field, but then we stopped them when we had to in the red zone. The other thing is the turnovers. We made turnovers into points. Literally, one of them, a fumble recovery for a touchdown on the special teams play.
Yeah, big plays in all 3 phases of the game. Not a complete game quarter-wise, but still a great effort from your Wampus Cats here tonight. That's going to do it for our broadcast on behalf of Wayne, Javon, Maggie, John, Justin, posting all the good stuff on social media, Stats back at home, keeping us fed with all this good information, and Kara back at the station monitoring the feed. Tim, great first effort. We had a good time. We're separated here by some PVC pipe and some plastic. We're doing the best we can. Like I said, we're so happy to be the eyes and ears for all of you that aren't able to come and attend in person because of the limited capacity at the home games. We want to be your eyes and ears all season long. And special thanks to Jeff Matthews as well, holding it down in the studio. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Conway winning 38-14. Or wait, no. Did I mess that up?
38-21.
38-21. I forgot that last score. Yeah. I got to write these things down. See, I'm learning too. We appreciate everyone watching tonight. Take care, and we'll see you next week as Conway plays host to Bentonville right here on Conway Corp.
Stay well.